hit subscribe. Subscribe to my guy, Uncle D. Tell him Big Bad sent you.
Dennis Sterling. I'm an attorney here in Houston, Texas. An advocate for black men, largely because I am a black man. I'm a black father. I have black sons. Hey man, I do what I do. My name is Dennis Sterling. I'm an attorney here in Houston, Texas. My mandate is to be an advocate for black men, largely because I am a black man. I'm a black father. I have black sons. And I want to make sure that the issues confronting black men are defended, protected, enunciated, spoke upon by black men who have a vested interest in the black community. And so my draw to the Black Manosphere, or YouTube in general, to use my voice, my wisdom, my experience, was solely because black men weren't being heard. But they're hearing us now. They're hearing us as to our issues related to modern relationships, politics, education, finance, and so many other things. And I'm extremely proud of these gentlemen. I'm extremely proud of the people who put this together. It is a wonderful event, and I look forward to attending in the years to come. Hey man, I do what I do.
All these simps running around here running amok, all these son husbands. It ain't just these single mothers' faults. Happy wife? No. Happy life. Y'all heard that before. That's the most simplest thing you can hear said.
Yeah, welcome to Simp University. That's right. We got an all-star lineup. Yeah, we got Dr. Umar, Simp Jackson on the drums. Or Johnson. Yeah, we got Dr. Boogity Boyce Watkins on the tambourines. We got Derek, the Janky Jack Jackson, singing back up. And this is the Simp Academy, baby. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. She just want it. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. So he gon' pay it, baby. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. He don't care, he don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. That's it. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Worth the Pimp C, I walk with a limp. This is for the donation niggas who got food. Been a decade running and still no school and no class. You keep asking for more cash. Academy growing, pucker up and kiss ass. These doctor, imposter, homie, you check the roster. Black women panda, sounds like you a scammer. Yeah. We lace them up like them Chuck Tennis. We don't love these hoes, they screaming fuck Dennis. We holding court, ain't no love in it. Rather be the judge in it. Justice from you fuck niggas. Check game. Your mama gave you niggas all a simp chip. Now you simping A1 game, all on this simp shit. High degree having nigga talking this trick shit. What you gonna be teaching at that school, nigga? Pimp shit? This is for the simps at the academies. Listen to your mama pray. Fuck what your daddy say. Yeah. Nigga, you a simp. Yeah. Nigga, you a simp. Yeah. This is for the simps at the academies. Listen to your mama pray. Fuck what your daddy say. Yeah. Nigga, you a simp. Yeah. My nigga, you a simp, yeah. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. She just want it. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. He gon' pay it, baby. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. Shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp. She just want that money anyway. He don't care, he don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. You niggas is soft as Wonder Bread, baby. You worse than King Kong trying to save mayonnaise man. Sippin' is like Kool-Aid, and you niggas add extra sugar. Cause you sippin' niggas never had that booger. How can a rotten bitch raise a forgotten trick that turned into a switch hitter? You more concerned with alphabets and crayon colors. I'm not that nigga, and I'm definitely not that brother. So when the kingdom falls, and the she-heathen no longer pick up your call, and will we leave you simps swinging from these salty balls? Best believe I got my attorney named Dennis Sperling on speed dial. And in the meanwhile, while simping ain't in my pimping, do not shake shit for me, baby. But you can shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it for him, shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it, shake it. She just want that money anyway. She just want that money. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. He gon' pay it, baby. Now shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it, shake it, shake it for a simp, shake it for a simp, shake it, shake it. She just want that money anyway. She just want the brain. He don't give a fuck, he gon' pay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast, you all. I would like to first let you know that I want to give a big shout out to Big Bass Life for that excellent rendition of Shake It for a Simp. I mean, you really can't get too much more urban than that. It's definitely good music to listen to. I want to give a big shout out to everybody in the chat room. Welcome to the new week. Excuse the language. I certainly apologize for that, but you know, that is the language of the people. Shout out to Big Bass Life. He definitely speaks the language of the common man. And today we're going to kind of go off the path a little bit because I want to talk about an issue concerning a very brilliant, educated spokesperson in the Black community. His name is Dr. Umar Johnson. And there's been some horrible allegations that have been placed upon him, you know. And I want you all to understand, first of all, that this page started off, and it still is, a place where I advocate for Black men. Okay, now, of course, recently, I've begun to expand out and I want to talk about more political things. And I definitely want to do away with the rhetoric associated with the gender war that has been brewed up. But, you know, in a situation like this, the family is in distress and it's something that we need to talk about. And it's something that is not often talked about. Okay. Now, for you guys who don't know, well, I mean, we have to address the hypocrisy in the room. Okay. How many of you all know Dr. Umar Johnson or know of Dr. Umar Johnson? If you don't know Dr. Umar Johnson, hit the 2 button. If you do know who Dr. Umar Johnson is, hit the number 1 button. Okay. If you do know who he is, hit the number 1 button. If you don't know who he is, hit the number 2 button. I have enjoyed his lectures over the past 15 years. I've actually attended a few. And, you know, I enjoy the brother. And largely, I agree with what he says. My main issue with Dr. Umar Johnson is the pandering to women. And when I say that, I mean not defending women, you know, not highlighting the system of white supremacy that targets women and targets Black men and is divided. I'm talking about literally going over and above what is logical and reasonable to justify bad behavior that is both dangerous and deleterious for the Black community in general. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of talk about a little bit what happened. And so basically, this brother is a self-proclaimed leader in the Black community. And the man in question, as I say, is Dr. Umar Johnson. He considers himself a Pan-Africanist, a motivational speaker, and he's accused of being a deadbeat father. Now, for you all who don't know, Dr. Umar Johnson is a Black man. And all this started with a 22-year-old young woman named Nissa, and she took to TikTok. to reveal the truth about that, many had long suspected, but many of his detractors had long suspected, but never had proof of. She stood before the world and said in the words um, that no child should ever say, or should have to say, my biological father is Dr. Umar Johnson, and he's never been to a single birthday, single graduation, or any important event in my life. Okay. And, it took courage, I would think. She indicated that she wasn't looking for money. She said she wasn't looking for clout, but for a mere conversation. She indicated that she simply wanted to connect with her half sister, the other daughter of Dr. Umar Johnson, whom she alleges that she never met. She reached out to her father directly, according to her, via text message, and asking if he could provide the information so she could begin to form. Now, keep in mind, this young woman is 22. Somebody type 22 in the chat room. Somebody type grown in the chat room. Somebody type grown. 22 now. Hold on a minute. I'm just saying. And according to her, Dr. Umar Johnson's response was silence. He ignored her. He dismissed her. But, instead of giving up, right, she decided to air out his dirty laundry on TikTok, right? So we have to look at that. Okay, now she did produce receipts. This is a digital age, and words alone aren't enough. And so she provided these screenshots of these direct messages to Dr. Johnson, and the messages show that she did reach out and that she did attempt to communicate, and that she was ignored. Now, Dr. Umar did respond, and his response, and there's really no good response. Now, before I forget, I do want to point out that I find it mighty interesting, and I am definitely not a conspiracy theorist, but I find it mighty interesting that it wasn't until he began to call President Trump and Elon Musk, what did you call them, Elon Muskie, calling them fraudsters and such. I do find that very interesting. Okay, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do find the timing very interesting, because I remember a week ago he put up some video about Elon Musk, and I just found it interesting that all of a sudden this young woman who has been in his life for 22 years just decides to pop up. But that's something that needs to be investigated. That's not what we're going to deal with. But again, his response was, he deflected responsibility onto the mother. Okay. He referred to her as Mama Smurf. He, in some regards, mocked his daughter by referring to her as Baby Smurf. He bragged about paying child support and paying it in a court mandated obligation. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And he absolves himself for being an absent father. And I want to dig into that a little bit. Okay. And, she claimed that he was unreachable, and he said, my phone number has been the same for 20 years. He also referred to her as a struggle streamer, and apparently he blocked hundreds of followers who dared to question him as a hypocrite. Okay. All of this is bad. Okay. Because apparently, even if even whatever in public, he turned the whole situation into a joke. It appeared to many as though he mocked her pain while actually flirting with random women on his live stream. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Dr. Umar holds himself out to be a leader. And, we have to ask ourselves, is this sort of behavior we expect from a leader? Is this the sort of integrity that we want? He then went on to discuss about the white man's paperwork that he has, and and I suppose that's the child support and custody filings, and that he claims prove that he is not a deadbeat dad. And this is the messy mess that we're dealing with. But referring to your daughter as Baby Smurf and the child's mother as Mama Smurf, we have to really address that. Now, you know, if anything else, it teaches us to be careful about who we elevate as leaders. Again, the man says some brilliant things. He's a very eloquent speaker, states very brilliant things. He's lectured black men on accountability, have no problem with that. He tells us to be better fathers, better husbands, better protectors. I have no problem with that. And he has shamed black men for their part of the failures in the community and the home. Okay. And I have no problem with that. I stand with him on that. But now watching the Prince of Pan-Africanism exposed for the very sins he condemns black men on is interesting. Okay. Because remember, this is the same black man who preaches black family unity, yet his own daughter is apparently, according to her, searching for her sister through TikTok. Is the same black man who calls black women queens, yet he disrespects the mother of his child on a public platform. So, as you all know, Uncle D has video footage, all right? And there's a bigger picture here. I know we're kind of stepping away from politics somewhat, but, you know, it's necessary, I believe. I think we're going to just go ahead and take a look at this. Now, let's just go ahead and dive into it. There's a couple of responses. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this to come up for you. You guys hit the number 1 button if you can hear this clearly. Let me know.
You see the title. You see the thumbnail. We're not going to play.
Let's see if we can get her talking.
No graduation, no birthday parties, nothing.
Just want to pause right there for all.
Shout out to
Umar Johnson supporters.
This fella here said, I need some understanding. Let's get back to this young lady here, kid. All right.
You're being a hypocrite, and it's frustrating because I reached out to you.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to you.
Fair use.
That's one thing about children.
Okay, I'm going to try to let her just play a little bit more,
as we'll see in text message. And
out to me because you don't have my phone number, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation.
Now keep in mind, this young lady is 22 years old and she's saying that all she wants is a conversation. I find it difficult to believe that this young woman has not had access to her father and hadn't had a conversation with. I'm just telling you how I feel. Okay, I'm just, my gut feeling tells me
out of you, and you shut me down. You ignored me.
Okay, I want you to keep in mind again, this young woman is 22 years old. Okay, this is not a child. It's not a baby. Okay, I got some more video footage here I want to share with you all. You guys make sure you hit the number 1 button. Let me know you are in here. Here's some more video footage of this young lady telling her truth.
I tried to contact him about, my biological father is Dr. Umar. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister. I asked him if he knew.
Now, I want you to understand that the child that the young woman she was referring to is a minor, okay? This young lady is 22 and the other one is a minor, okay? Let's keep listening.
Who's her, or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing.
Okay, so here's the thing, family. And I know my only issue with Dr. Umar Johnson is his pandering to women or black women and not telling them the truth about some of their behavior. Although he's willing to tell black men, he oftentimes refrains from speaking the truth to black women. And it's like chastising one child and not chastising the other. Okay, then the other child that goes unchastised thinks, oh, I'm never wrong. And that child never gets better. That child never heals. And so oftentimes people will say, well, it's just he's doing that to make sure he doesn't alienate his base. Big shout out to African Diastatic. Thank you so much. And oh yeah, big shout out to all my members. Because how could I forget? Give a big shout out to my members. Did I not do that? Miss Janetta, Mr. Evildoer, Barry Little, what? The real MVPs, Mr. 43TX, Don't let me forget Mr. Red Sigma. Okay, Mark the Freelancer. What's wrong with me out here in these YouTube streets? Not giving a shout out to the people who make it happen. Hootsie, big up to you. Good looking out. Also, Liliana, good to see you all back in here. Okay. We'll get back to Trump and the Democrats tomorrow, but we have to take care of some family business first. So that's why we're talking about this. And stay Greg Lisman Jr., all my membership up in here. And of course, as I said, African Diastatic, thank you so much for being the first one. TIQS, The Watcher, Chaos Reign, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and continue watching.
He has not been in my life. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you, and you shut me down. You ignored me. And I'm not bashing you. Really? I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old, and you have yet to be in my life.
And see, again, family, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right. And my gut feeling tells me that there's more to it. And I'm going to explain that a little bit later on. Okay.
Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong. For anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters?
All right, so I want you to keep that in mind. Now, just because you may not see your dad, apparently his mom lives there. And look, I'm not defending Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm not defending any man who doesn't spend time with their children. I'm not doing that. You're not a real man unless you spend time with your children, okay? I'm just going to put it out there like that. And I know I got a lot of fellas who follow my page, but you guys who know my story, you know what I've had to do and what I've done to gain access to my children. All right, so I don't give anybody you're not going to get any flack over here, okay? But nevertheless, I find it very difficult to believe you know who your father is. Your father's been on child support since before you were born. Your mother knows who he is. You have all this information. So I find it difficult that you don't have access to your father. Perhaps you didn't have him as to your terms that you thought you should have met, but that's something else to think about.
Build your struggle streamer career off of my back coming up.
Now, see that? Now, he's referring to his daughter as a struggle streamer. Somebody type struggle streamer in the chat room, okay? It's getting a little, this is family business. Now,
Out of nowhere, acting like you've been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for it. When can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down? Oh, I'm ready for this. Yeah. And I will have my white man paperwork.
All right, so this wasn't handled correctly. Now you've escalated it in the public. This is not how you handle a situation, fam. I get it. I understand what's going on. You know, feelings are hurt. You're trying to protect your reputation. But number one, attacking a woman in public is going bad. And attacking a woman that's your daughter in public is doubly bad. It's not a good look, big dog. It ain't a good look.
I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down?
Sit down. We talking about some mafia meetings or something? What are we? Are you? I mean, what are we? Sicilian mafia? We need to have a sit down, and we have to have a coming to terms. Is this what's going on? Huh? We need to have a sit down. Me, you, and Guido will get together, and we'll have a sit down, and we'll work these things out. Okay? Because we can't have rife in the family. Okay? It's important that we make sure that everybody is on the same page. All right? So that's what I'm saying. But they made it public. And so that's why it's out here. Okay?
Child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down?
She 22. And the mom probably like 40 something. There's nothing to talk about. That's a grown child at that point. There's nothing to talk about. Go ahead.
Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? What is your mama's Instagram? We want to ask her some questions. Where's your mama's face? Where
This is not making it any better. This is a spectacle at this point.
Where is the mother? And none of y'all asking no questions.
Lord have mercy.
This is how you know that this is not about the truth. If his number hasn't changed in 20 years, why haven't you called for an in-person conversation?
Now, the thing is, your daughter should not have to make an appointment with you, Brother Umar, doctor. You should be actively reaching out to your children. In fact, you should be literally pestering them about making sure that they stay in contact and so on and so forth, and doing your best to keep them involved, because children didn't ask to be here. Not here to lecture you. I'm just pointing out, you like to lecture us, so we're going to lecture you back. You're going to learn something.
Wait until now. Why is that? Why did you wait until now? I want you to get off of social media for a minute. Stop looking ridiculous. Get off social media for a minute, baby Smurf. Stop looking ridiculous. And I want you to get Mama Smurf. And on Thursday, 1 week from today, I'm calling you out, you and Mama Smurf. I want a respectable, private FDMG tour.
Like a schoolyard fight. I'm calling you out. FDMG.
And luncheon. Baby Smurf, Mama Smurf.
FDMG luncheon. So you're going to have a luncheon. Praise God. You're going to have a luncheon at your school.
And Big Papa. Wilmington, Delaware. Let's put it into this right now.
Yes, Lord. So, a lot of people got a lot to say about this situation. So let's let the people talk, right?
Ifan Tunde, Prince of Pan Africanism, I need you to step to the front and take some accountability immediately, my brother, because what you doing and how you speaking to your daughter, that ain't it. I don't respect no man who don't take care of their seed, period. And I really, I liked you, Dr. Umar. You know what, though? I always say you never know nobody. I don't care if you know somebody 5 years, 10 years, 25. You never know nobody. Wouldn't have expected Dr. Umar Ifan Tunde, Prince of Pan Africanism, to be a non-present father. It don't matter if you pay child support or not, Dr. Umar. In order to be a good father, you have to be present. There is no substitution to the presence of a parent.
Now, are we taking any accountability for maybe mom played a part in them not being there? I mean, look, fam, I'm dealing with it myself. Uncle D just bring that fire in the courthouse. You see what I mean? That's the difference between me. I'm putting some papers on them baby mamas and ex-wives. I'm gonna see my kids. You ain't gonna keep me from my cheering. Understand that? I'm very possessive when it comes to my kids. All right, you're not gonna have me out here. I wish one of them would tell me I ain't been there. What? I got pictures of every day of the week with them. You understand me? But let's go on ahead and keep listening. Praise God.
I don't understand what you think this is, and I'm not hard to find. Why aren't you reaching out to your own child, Dr. Umar? That's your responsibility as a father.
Boy, them sisters know. Boy, they sure do know how to put some looks on you. they speaking to their own baby daddies right now. He is the surrogate baby daddy for all the disgruntled baby mamas in America right now. Do you hear me? He is. I don't know, sir. You shouldn't have even. At least they don't like me. You know what I'm talking about? I just let them know. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? But I fight with them. I'm light skinned, so I argue back with them. I ain't got them inhibitions like you all. I'll say something back. But anyway, go ahead.
Come on now. Baby. Yeah, everybody got your number. I got your number too. You give it out there every time you speak. But that don't have nothing to do with you reaching out to your child. She's clearly trying to forge some type of relationship, and you making it seem like it's get your mama. No, she's grown now. Why does she need to get her mother? She's an adult, and so she's approaching you. As an adult, she wants a relationship with her father.
I don't know if she wants a relationship with his dad. I think she's just trying to get her little TikTok fan base built up. That's what I think it is. To me. Okay, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. She's 22. She ain't got nothing else to do. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, but let's go.
Soften up that exterior. It's time for you to take some accountability, apologize, make amends,
Ooh,
do the right thing, Dr. Umar.
do the right
Because
thing.
I'm not going to say do the right thing, Dr. Umar.
She was
You
about
know,
to
you
say I'm
know.
disappointed. That's what she was gonna say. Go ahead and let the rest of them talk.
Talking about Dr. Umar and his daughter, I feel like this is a good time to remind y'all that this is the same man um, who met a stripper and then tried to Prince of Pan African his way into some coochie. He also lied about being related to Frederick Douglass, and Frederick Douglass's family came out and was like, "Sir, watch your mouth before we wash it with soap."
Yeah, I don't know if any of this is true, but this is what the people are saying. Okay, this is why you got to be careful when you can't throw stones when you live in a glass house. You out here giving all these folk advice about stuff. Now they taking the opportunity to give you advice. You see what I mean? But let's keep on listening. Go ahead, baby. What else you got to say? Come on,
It's
get
the
it out.
fact that people are still sending him money.
Yeah, they still send the money. That's
He always got some kind of scandal going on.
yeah.
And people be having receipts. That be the part that be messing him up. Every time. It never fails.
Let's see what my man got to say over here.
A life, and he has never said that the mothers have prevented him from being an active father in a life. And the only
This is Anton Daniel. You gotta know him from YouTube. Anton's got a big channel. Let's hear what he's saying.
thing that he's done is pay child support while at the same time pandering to black women. And y'all defending this dude?
Now keep in mind, y'all don't know who Anton Daniels is. This is one well thought, loquacious, articulate, well-versed black man right here. He is relishing. Look at his smile. Look at Anton's smile on his face. Look at it. Anton is eating this up, boy. Now, mind you, we ain't heard from Dr. Boyce Watkins since Anton took him down. Y'all remember when Anton took Boyce Watkins down? Man, Boyce Watkins has lost his Instagram page, and he ain't been right since. And now look at that smile. I want y'all to look at Anton's smile. He is relishing in this moment. You hear me? Anton been married a long time. He ain't got these problems, okay? But let's let Anton finish chopping him up, man.
Brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years.
Oh, man.
So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters?
Look at that, boy. I can't hold it. Let us, come on,
Can we
Anton.
please
Say it.
stop the cap, brothers
Come on,
and sisters?
Anton.
But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list. The quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the FDMG Book of Negro list. Shout out to my Stockholm, Sweden Africans. I'm so happy to be in Stockholm, Sweden.
Now he's over there. We'll let Antoine let him. He's over in Sweden right now. Let's see what the brother's got to say.
Dr. Umar, but he is one of the reasons why I don't jump up and vouch for people just because of the way that they speak or how they present themselves online. I first heard about him several years ago before he went viral. And, I thought he had some great ideas. He seemed really genuine. He's got a school he's building up. I was on a panel at a university and we were looking for keynote speakers for an event. And myself and a few other people wanted to bring in Dr. Umar. But there were some other people on the committee. They was like, no, dude's a cartoon. He's a fraud. No, they were really adamant about not bringing him. And we were all supposed to present who we wanted at the next meeting, and then we were going to vote. Before the meeting comes up, we DM him, try to get all our business in order before the next meeting. At the next meeting, they presented who they wanted. Then they pulled up YouTube and they showed a video of Umar beefing with some other guys in the conscious community. It was almost like rat beef. I don't even know what the problem was. Then they showed a clip of him on a live and he's like in a hotel room and he's snapping on some guys that he's having the beef with. He's got the whole gangster tough talk down and he's just going in on them. Then he gets a phone call and it was supposed to be like one of his guys or one of his goons. And he said, do you want us to take care of it? He said, no, I got this, like he's shot calling or something. And while he's on the phone starts ringing. It's not like beep over ring. It's like it was ringing, like, because nobody was ever on the phone. Whole committee starts cracking up, and it just wasn't a good look. That was not the intellectual soundbite, Dr. Umar, that I wanted to present to the committee. I just said, cut the video, man.
Yeah, you know, Black Brother's been saying a lot about Dr. Umar for a long time. Let's keep listening, though.
Internet and called him out for being a deadbeat, and all he could do was throw out his credentials. I am the most educated, the most requested, the most, just throwing out nothing but his credentials, right? Like that got anything to do with being a deadbeat. How educated you are or how popular you are has nothing to do with if you're a deadbeat or not. Anybody else catch that, or was that just me? I just feel like Dr. Umar just pulled a Philly ninja move. I said it. Typical Philly ninja move. Be a deadbeat, get caught up on being a deadbeat, but then want to say, me and your mother could talk privately or publicly and we could talk. It was your mother's fault. I got all the paperwork. But if you are the most educated man, the most popular, the most requested man, and with all the education, you didn't know how to navigate getting rights overseeing your daughter?
I mean, you know, honestly, it's a very tough situation. You have got, let me just put this in. Somebody type, how much of money have I spent? Hell, I done spent $70,000 fighting a custody case in Florida alone. You know what I'm saying? And probably another 20,000 here in Texas, and at least 7,000 or 8,000 in Jamaica. That's on one child. On top of that, I've been paying child support. That's having to go through multiple lawyers, multiple law firms, and so on, multiple appeals. You understand what I'm saying? And even just because you're educated doesn't mean that you're willing to do it or you have the extra money to do it. You see what I mean? But again, I just set everything aside and I did what I had to do because I know how it is. You see what I mean? I know how it is not to have your father in your life. You know, I had that experience. Shout out to my adopted father, but not even in very difficult situations, I had to do without him, much less the fact that, you know, my adopted father is not my biological father. So, you know, this is something that's deeply personal to me and many Black men, many men in general, because it's white men have had to deal with this. And when you feel like your father didn't fight for you, it's painful. You understand? But again, I want you all to notice nobody is saying anything about mom's, you know, mom, where was mom at? And is it she couldn't drop them kids off at his house? She couldn't take them up there to the meeting. I'm just saying, you know, and I'm not placing all the blame on the women at all, but I'm just saying I noticed that nobody is actually speaking about this. Shout out to RPA. Let's keep listening to the sister.
I want somebody to answer that. Like, the pause is for a reason. Like, you did not know how to navigate getting rights overseeing your daughter. No, you was just a deadbeat and didn't want the rights overseeing your daughter.
See, here's the thing, okay? Is a deadbeat the one who doesn't pay for the child support, or is a deadbeat the one who
Dr. Umar got a baby mama. Wait, Dr. Umar don't take care of his kids? You mean to tell me that?
See, that's not what they're saying. He's providing for the children financially. He's just not in their lives. I know guys right now who work 15, 16 hours a day and don't have time to spend time with their children. I run across that all the time. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. You know, we can't call those men deadbeat. They're providers, but they're just distant because they have to work. You understand? So let's just keep that in mind. Okay.
King of Pan-Africanism don't take care of his kids. Not only.
That's not what they're saying. They're not saying he don't take care of his kids. Okay. They're saying he wasn't there for the graduations and the birthdays and etc. And we have to ask ourselves, was he invited to the graduation? Did he know when the graduation was taking place? Was he invited to the birthday party? What would have happened if he showed up at the birthday party? Again, I'm not trying to defend Dr. Umar Johnson's behavior. However, I know that there are millions of men who are listening to this broadcast, or who will, or at least thousands of men who will listen. I ain't got millions yet, but there are thousands of men who will listen to this broadcast who understand. And there are women who love those men who understand what men have to go through. So, we so quick to pile on also. You understand me? But let's keep listening.
Does this motherfucker not build a
family friendly? Y'all hear me? You can't be in here cussing now, sir, with your do-rag on. Okay. But let's keep listening. Let's see if we can get through this.
School when he said he was gonna build a school, but this motherfucker don't.
You got to watch the MFers, sir. Okay, blurry face man. You got to watch the MFers. Okay, we can't do that. Family friendly.
Don't take care of his kids too. Not the king of Pan-Africanism. Not snow bunnies never. Black queens forever.
Yeah.
You left your black queen.
Nobody's
never. I guess Dr. Umar is a real nigga. That nigga got multiple.
Sir, you can't be sliding in the N-word. That's two MFers and an N-word, sir. It's Sunday. Okay? This is Jesus's day. Okay? We're not going to drop these profanities, okay, on Jesus's day up in here. Okay? With your bandana on. That's what you need to focus on. Your mouth is foul. Okay? You need some holy soap. If I had a Walmart account, if I had a dog on Amazon, I would have holy soap available for everybody to order. Holy soap to wash your filthy mouth out. Okay, there's too many MFs and N-words. You just went straight to the top, didn't you? All you need next for the trifecta is SOB, right? That's all you need. I ain't got, but I'm barely getting 100,000 people. I ain't got that many. You're going to try to get me out of here. Praise God.
Baby mamas. He called his daughter a struggle streamer.
Yeah.
He called his daughter a struggle streamer.
But she probably
Only thing Dr. Umar is worried about is if black men decide to go bunny hop. Get the fuck out.
Look, man, look. Bunny hop, his brother clearly has a white woman. I can tell you that. Brother clearly has a white woman in his life. They've been waiting, okay? They've been waiting for the opportunity to tell him about himself. Now I can tell now, but let's keep listening. Praise God.
You see this? This is me today. Mm-hmm. And that's me, God knows when. Mm-hmm. But let me just say this.
Which is you now?
When I turn this age up here and
who you look like right now is going to determine whether or not I want to keep looking at you for any longer. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. If you the person on the bottom, I might look at you a little longer. But if you the one on the top, I might have to cut you off a little sooner. I'm just going to be real shallow like that, ma'am. Okay, because I got a fresh haircut today. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Woo-hoo! Look, hold on a minute. Let me. Yeah, baby. Look at Uncle D with the fresh. What? Look at them waves. Boy, look at them. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sharp. Boy, look at them. Look how they lay down. Somebody type lay down in the chat room. Let me get the little eyebrows popping. Bam, bam. A little mustache. Look at that. So I'm looking too good to be looking at ugly. Okay, got that brand new rose too. Ooh, let me look at me. Yeah. Shut. Big man style. Shout out to Black Sand. You understand what I'm talking about? So you can't be ugly on my broadcast today. Okay, baby girl, you need to let me know which one of these faces is really you. I don't get off into all that GI, EBI, what is it called? AI. Okay, I need to know which is you.
Hopefully I'm not looking like that. Mm-hmm. Umar Johnson will still not have that school open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know about the school. I don't know much about that, you know. Don't say what you
that mofo school will still not be open. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be on TikTok looking like this.
Okay.
What is school at?
You look like your daughter and your grandma at the same time. I just want you to know that. This is confusing. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Umar Johnson, what is school at? What is school at? It's been about 70 years, Umar Johnson.
This is not what we're talking about. It's on the subject.
What is school?
Oh, so that's the real her right there? That's her face? Oh, no, we got to get you up out of here. No, I thought. See, if this
This
is
in
gonna be her,
2025. It's 2076
that's you
now.
right now. That's you right now. Now, no, we ain't gonna. We gonna go ahead and get somebody else up in here because I thought, okay, my understanding that wasn't you. I thought you was the younger you, but you the older you in the video. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let you ease on up out of here. Let's see what else this lady has to say. Come on.
Word of a lie. Dr. Umar,
You
Umar,
lied.
long
And
lost
you from
daughter,
New
they popped
Orleans.
on the scene and said, "My father
You,
abandoned me and my mother."
yeah. What happened, baby? What she said? Your father, your what? Your what? Tell me again, huh? Go ahead. Let me hear you. What you said again, girl? Go ahead.
Then on top of this, it was supposed to be allegedly that was his daughter.
For
No,
real?
it is his daughter.
It is his
Birth daughter, blood daughter, a daughter
Blood
that he
daughter.
helped
What
conceive
kind
and that
of
he
other
left and
daughter is
abandoned.
it?
On top of that, it's not one, it's two daughters,
There's two
plural.
of them, huh?
And it is, again, I state
It
his
is.
daughters. Now,
Okay.
here's my thing. Dr. Umar did an interview and he
Dr. Umar,
stated, and I quote, "I decided not to marry my daughter's
my
mother.
daughter's mother.
I got her impregnated and
I got her impregnated. Don't be trying to use all them extra syllables that don't need to be in there for that. Okay, go
she
ahead.
felt entitled that I married her."
Yeah.
What's she wrong, Dr. Umar? You the same person who advocate for uplifting the black community, the black household, the black queen, the black king. So why are you doing a disservice to the black people that you are advocating and pushing a message?
I know she a baby mama. She's speaking. I know she is. I done told you. Look here. Dr. Umar Johnson represents all the baby daddies in America right now. Sir, you're such an easy target. You are such an easy target, sir. Okay. She's talking to her baby daddy. Shout out to Black Sand. Go ahead, baby. Let's
Awards. Let me let y'all know something. You have these advocates like Dr. Umar that go around and preach about black power, black unity, fighting the lies that be. At the same time, they behind the scenes doing suppression towards the people and towards the message that they're trying to.
Now, I just want y'all to put this in perspective. Can we just sit back and be realistic here? Let's just sit back and be realistic. Dr. Umar has two children. One of them is 22, and the other one is an older teen. He don't have 12 kids. He got two. You understand? Now I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I ain't here to judge nobody. Okay? I'm just saying. Because when I look at Future, somebody type Future, how many kids Future got? I'm just saying. He got two, not 12. He got two. One of them is 22. You got another one that's like, I mean, the man is 50 years old, right? He got two now. And they not saying he didn't pay child support. They said he wasn't around. But clearly we know what he's been doing. Okay? Just because you're not around, does that mean you're a deadbeat daddy? What about all the dudes in the penitentiary right now? I'm just saying. We know where they are too. They can't be there. Are they deadbeat dads? Look like they locked up. We give more smoke to black fathers who are working and busy paying their child support than we do dudes who just got 13, 14 kids. Do y'all think Elon Musk spends time with his whole clutch of children every day? Huh? What about some of these other dudes out here? I'm just saying, it used to be spending money was enough, right? I'm just pointing it out. I just want to say that. I'm not trying to defend me. I'm going after my kids. If you have a kid for me, you might barely ever get to see them. They'll be with me all the time. They're going to like daddy more than they like you. That's something you're going to have to deal with. My children like me. I don't care what their mama say. You understand? I'm just saying. Because I'm a better human being than all of y'all up in here that have some kids for me. Okay, but anyway, let's keep listening.
Achieve towards the people. My big thing about it is that Dr. Umar is a prime example of you may be knowledgeable, you may have a little education, but you are an ignorant, educated fool by default because you talk so much that you don't even understand the principles.
You've been waiting to say that, huh? You've been waiting, ignorant, educated fool. You've been waiting to say that. Everybody who went to the community college and got their AA degree before you, and just because you had a baby and you wasn't able to go finish school over there at SUNO, that's Southern University of New Orleans, and they think they're better than you. You've been waiting to say that. I know. Go ahead and finish, baby. Go ahead.
Doesn't matter what the fuck you stating.
Watch the language with your little. You snuck. I looked one way. And you said the F-bomb. Family friendly. Somebody type family friendly. Family friendly, Cisco. Don't be up in here cussing like that. Thong, Cisco, with your gold platinum hair. Like it's 2002. You better watch it. You're going to get booted up out. Send you straight back to that ninth ward. Send you back to that you're going to be a ninth ward hardhead. Is that what the 7th ward hardhead? Ninth ward soldiers? Going to send you back over there. Wody.
I said, y'all need to watch this man because a lot of things he said is controversial. This is the same man who decided to marry 2 women. You know what? I'm done. I said
he ain't married 2 women.
What I said, I'm not surprised.
You wasn't saying that when he was telling the black men, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. You was on the side then. And now you got all this smoke for him. I know what you do. I synced it. I know what you do. You ain't fooling me. You a fair weather friend. Yeah, that's what you are, fair weather friend. Ooh, they done turned on him. Boy, it's so sad. They have turned on Dr. Umar Johnson, Dr. Ifatunde. Ifatunde. Where you come up with that name from, all them doggone alphabets? Your name is Johnson, sir. You are John's son. But let's hear what else some more people have to say. Let's hear what the rest of the people have to say. We got an African brother in there. Go ahead, African brother. Go ahead.
Yo, Dr. Umar, I think you took that. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Your head is distracting.
If you don't know what's going on, apparently his daughter.
No, your forehead is distracting me. Your head is shaped like a brown, shiny brown egg, sir. Okay, I got a round face. Okay, I do. But your eyes and your head are distracting. I just want to let you know that I'm not really listening to what you say. I'm gonna let the audience listen to what you're saying. But your head is shiny at the top. You need to get your lighting together. But go ahead.
Alleged daughter came online bashing him, saying he's a deadbeat. He's not in her life, and he is a hypocrite because he's not putting the black woman first, even his own daughter first, like he says.
Hey,
bro. Jeez, the main antagonist of Snow Bunnies is in trouble for not taking care of a black woman. Ain't no way. But now, on a serious note, though, this is
why are the Snow Bunnies catching strays? They ain't got nothing to do with this. Why the Snow Bunnies out there catching strays? All the white women hiding on my page. I know we got some white women up in here. Y'all think I'm a safe Negro. All the white women, come on out to the front now. Come on down. You getting protected tonight. White girls are getting the Snow Bunnies are getting protection tonight, man.
This is why air this out online, huh? His daughter was like, "Oh, she's not looking for clout." Like, what did you expect? Your pops is popular. If it is your pops, he's popular. You know what he's like. You know his reputation, and then you say all this online. It's not good, bro. It's not
good, bro.
But seriously, if this is true, Dr. Umar, that's a shame, bro. That's a shame. You're the one who was preaching about the brown honey bunny. You taking care of them, putting them first. They're queens, the princesses. You know what I mean? You've got your own princesses there. You're not taking care of them. You're not talking to them. But I understand it's not that simple. There's 2 sides to the story. And I believe Dr. Umar did make a video a few years ago where he predicted his...
Man, I know, Doc. I know Dr. Umar ears must be ringing somewhere because everybody talk about him. What
daughters would come against them, make a video against them.
He said, the man said that Dr. Umar predicted a few years ago that his daughters would come against him. Okay, they would come against you. Literally.
He make a video a few years ago where he predicted his daughters would
he was right.
He's right against them, which is kind of accurate because
his situation. Because he knew what he was doing. That's why he knew. He obviously knew what was going to happen, so he just put it out there ahead of time. That's what it is. But your head, how did you get your head that shiny? How do you get your head that? Do you put baby oil on top of your head, sir? Let's look at this. Let's examine this a little closer because you talking about Umar. I want to talk about you. Your head is so shiny right there at the top. Is that Vaseline on top of his head? Or is that baby oil? I would think that the baby oil would slide off the top. This must be Vaseline or something. I mean, where's this light coming from? Shining on the top of his head. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Relationship with the baby mamas, yeah? So they pretty much cut him off. But still, even that, they're adults now, bro. So is that really the case? Anyway, I don't want him to get cancelled. Yeah, I do respect his work. Yeah, I'm joking, I'm clowning here, but I do respect.
Somebody said shea butter. That's shea butter.
Pan-African culture, the Pan-African spirit. You know what I mean? I don't agree with everything he says. Sometimes it's a bit too extreme. You know what I mean? Like hating the snow bunnies that much. I'm not like that.
We know you don't like. You know you wish you could get a snow, but they don't want you, sir. I'm just telling you, snow bunnies ain't really trying to holler at you. You're not their type. Okay, you're not really. I don't know. You're not really their type. I'm just saying. You might be able to get one of them big ones at Walmart with the ashy ankles. The big, you know, them big ones, them big ankle white, them big ankle snow bunnies. They're more like I don't know. They're more like wildebeest out there. You might be able to get one of them pushing a cart on down to that old that aisle with the raisins. You know what I mean? Get you some raisins. Talking about potato salad. I mean, where's the potatoes? You get some raisins, some carrots, and put that in your potato. You might be able to get one of them, but you're not gonna get a legit snow bunny, Playboy. You're not their type. But go ahead.
Anyone, any type of bunny. Okay, sorry.
Ooh, don't laugh. Don't laugh, Playboy.
With that being said, I pray that this goes well.
You're gonna get you one of them snow bisons.
It's not that serious. Hopefully.
No.
Yeah, man. Hopefully he responds to this and everything gets sorted between him and his daughters, man. We don't want that. Unity. That's what you're preaching. Unity.
Get on here. What the hell you saying? Get up out of here. Man, go on, bro. I don't want to hear you talking about. Respect. We're gonna get you out of it. Respect. The cackling and whatnot. Respect, brother. Respect. Get respectable out of here. I didn't see what you're saying today. Let's go ahead and get this one up out of here. Go ahead.
Favorite Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong Consciousness, King Kong Delicious, Notorious RBG, I-9-E, Nana, whatever the fuck he wants to call himself.
Sir, first of all, brother, where is your face hair? Where are your eyebrows? Okay. Why is your face so smooth? That's what I want to know. Okay. That's what I want to know, first of all. Like, you look like, what's the dude, Saitama, what is that comic character? My kids, is the One Punch Wonder. He looked like that dude. The one that walk around with the little shopping bag all the time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dr. Umar, it's been 6 years since I had the property for the school, and the only thing I've done recently is put on some new goddamn Doris Johnson. His ass. Now, this past weekend marks 6 years since Dr. Umar Johnson announced to the world that he has acquired the property.
Now, I just want y'all to know this brother's good in math. I can see that. He's very good. I can see he counts well. Okay, but go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Property for FDMG. And look, you can look at them damn buildings and tell. Ain't much happened. Actually, they look worse now.
He looked like he went over there. Go ahead. You don't went over there.
They did then.
You know all about
because he didn't power wash the fucking school. He's always having a paint day.
You look like you know how to cuss that good. Cut that out. Cut that. We in the meeting. You can't be in here cutting up like that. Go ahead. So I said, Saitama. Yeah, he got that Saitama head. Go ahead, brother. Go. All you need is a cake.
He's about to have another payday for the new doors that he got installed on the school.
How you know all the man's?
That's how he commemorated 6 years.
Would you work at the Home Depot? How you know his invoices and stuff and where he working and what he doing? Sir, go ahead, bro.
Here's having this doggone school by putting on new steel doors. One set on the front of the Marcus Garvey side of the street, right?
How does he know the layout? Did you work for the permit department down there or something like that? How do you know? Have you pulled the permits? Are you working in conjunction with the people over at Home Depot to determine whether or not he's meeting all his specs? What is going on, sir? And I just want y'all to know, brothers been waiting to get Dr. Umar Johnson. We got him now. We got him. They think this is going to make the sisters get rid of Dr. Umar. They're going to keep Dr. Umar around. They don't care about this. As long as Dr. Umar is out there, they're going to beat him up and let him beat us up. Right on, keep on keeping on, okay? But go ahead, brother. Let it out.
Right? And another set inside the school. No, not all throughout the school. No. Just two sets of doors that he claims that for the doors and the labor in the installation cost $20,000. Or about $20,000.
How you keep
Umar, who you think you're talking to, bruh? Who you think you're talking to? Anybody with common sense and logic knows that ain't cost no $20,000 goddamn dollars or anywhere near that for the fucking doors.
All right, with the language, we don't know, but apparently you know, because you clearly install doors for a living. Clearly.
Alone the fucking labor.
Yes, sir.
So come on, nigga. I could have did that shit myself.
No, you doing too much.
It wouldn't have cost me anywhere near that amount. But you said that lie.
We know you could have did. You should just say, my phone number is 1-800-323 7777. Call me now if you want a contractor, get some reasonable prices going on. That's what you need to do, okay? Because clearly you an advertiser. I could have done that for far less. I mean, oh my God, that's ridiculous. $20,000. I could have done it for at least 15. That ain't, you look, you're overpaying your prices, okay? And I know I'm coming off a little aggressive, but it's a little difficult to get work right now. I need to make sure you hear what I'm saying when I'm saying it to you right now. Anybody else, you want to call me? I can help you put your doors, windows, fences. We do lawn care. We can install your sprinkler system. Hell, we'll take the roof out your house, okay? So just give me a call. That's what it sounds like. Shoots.
Lying to people. And I know why you're lying to people like that. You're lying to people so they can run you your money. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, mail them the donations.
Hit my Cash App, hit my PayPal right now, okay? Because I'm gonna come over there. I'll be there at 6:30 in the morning with the crew. All right, all you gotta do, open the gate, open the fence. We'll get in there, do the work. We'll get all the permits. We don't have no problems with none of that. We good with everybody. Shout out to David Johnson, the a-hole. Let's keep listening to the brother.
That's what you're doing it for, dude. It's all about money to you. It's not about you actually doing what you said you're going to do and opening the school so you can start educating black boys.
Yeah, because if you really was about that, right, you would have called me a couple of weeks ago after I sent you that email, all right? And then I sent you a messenger on Instagram. You ain't called me back. I hit you on the text message. It was on the internet. You still ain't called me, okay? If you was real serious about it, you called me up. We got the doors ready right now. We got them over in storage, okay? We'll get that thing together for you real quick. School will be open before fall, okay? Shoot.
That's the point of the fucking school, right?
Language, sir.
It's not about that for you. It's about getting the money out of your gullible.
Now, I want y'all to understand. This brother right here, he looked like he be having spit right here when he talk. It looked like he got to wipe the spit off his mouth. I just want you to look. This brother right here. He passionate about this construction work. Okay, if you ever want to know how to install a light fixture, this is the brother that you call right here. You call him, he would look. What first thing you need to do is move that plate out the way. You're gonna need yourself a flathead screwdriver, probably approximately 1 millimeter, 2 millimeters long. Okay, and you turn right to tight, left to loose. That's what you got to do. You should have been knowing that, but apparently you didn't know because your education is deficient. They don't teach that in school these days. That's what's wrong with these public schools. Anyway, that's why I voted Republican, and I'm gonna keep voting Republican from now on. Okay, that's what he's saying. The brother
ass donors, gullible ass supporters.
Yeah. Right.
And then there's also this motherfucker, Umar Johnson. Let me tell you something.
It's your language.
If you're gonna get snow off the sidewalk and off the steps and shit, do yourself a favor. Use a fucking shovel.
Bro, this now you telling the man how to, I'm gonna look, and you gonna tell him how to shovel the snow off of his sidewalk? You kind of overstepping your bounds a little bit, brother. That's like teaching another man how to walk his dog, okay? Or scratch his, cut his toenails or something. That's getting a little personal. Let him have his sidewalk, okay? Now, but I'm gonna follow your tips though. That sounds like a good idea. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I don't care how soft the snow is. Use a fucking shovel. But now you won't take a push broom and start start sweeping the snow off the fucking sidewalk. That's literally what the fuck he did.
He is triggered. He is just somebody, brother, brother. You taking this a little too personal, huh? We talk about fixtures and sweeping stuff. This is personal to you. You need to talk to us about something. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, but let's try to cut back on the profanity. We trying to do family friendly up here. We started off bad. We got, big bass just come in cussing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to do my best I can. I do the best I can, but go ahead, sir.
He did this shit recently a few days ago. And people on the live stream were telling him, why don't you use a fucking shovel? I'm not using a shovel. I'm using a broom because the snow is soft.
We're going to come back.
Even if the snow is soft, use a damn shovel, bro. Come on, nigga.
No, we're going to come back.
You said it going off on people on your live stream.
It ain't that serious, bro. It ain't that serious.
On his daughter, out of respect for him, I don't want to see his reputation tarnished like that. I watched all the hard work over the years. Now, even if you like a person, you can respect the hard work he does for the community at least. Now, it's two sides to every story. Make no mistake. I don't know both sides of the story. All we know now is what we're being told by both of them, of course. Now, from hearing her say he hasn't been there for birthday parties or graduations, I'm very disappointed. Now, sometimes a mother can take the child to another state, get married to somebody else, and therefore it's hard for the father to be in the child's life. So in that respect, we don't know. And he's also said he's been paying child support since day one. So, but however, being a father is much, 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 much more than just paying child support. You know, man, when you become a father, man, make no mistake, your life changes. Yes, it's Friday night and I can go pop bottles to 4, 5 in the morning, but I cannot.
Why you bring that up? Sounds like a little regret there, brother. It's Friday. I can go pop bottles to 5. Oh, them kids. Your baby mama dropped them kids off, didn't he? Your baby mama dropped them kids off at the house, and you really can't go out. Your mama tired of watching them kids. You can't drop them kids off at the other baby mama house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what you want to do. You want to pop bottles tonight, and you can't really move like you want to move. I see what's going on. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I have a child, so I cannot do
Really, you do. You have a child. I can't go tonight. Okay, let's hear him say what he want to say. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. You can't go out tonight and pop bottles because you got the baby. It's your weekend.
I cannot. I have a child, so I cannot do that. I need to be there for her. Yes, I can go to Florida, Miami Beach, pop bottles, go to the club, come up on a new female every day. I can live that bachelor life. I can go to another house.
Oh, the truth.
And go to the club every night.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. But you can't do it because guess what? I got to watch this baby.
None of that.
I can't do that. We see why you ain't. We see why this messed up your whole thing. It's probably spring break somewhere. I see what the problem is, sir. You can't go out. Okay, you watching them kids. That's what's going on. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This now is in my child's happiness. Just like with Ray J. I got much respect for when Ray J was on the Breakfast Club. He told them, I lived that. I pop bottles.
Ray J is not a role model. Everybody listening to this broadcast, Ray J is not a role model for us to idolize in any way. Go ahead.
My 20s. I didn't had 4, 5 different women I brought to the crib every other day. I done pop bottles, lived my best life. Now my life happiness is in my child's happiness.
Oh, this can be used against you, sir, in your child support proceedings. You don't want to be putting this out on the internet like this, sir. I had 4, 5 women. Sir, you don't want to be putting this out on the internet. I'm not your lawyer. I'm not trying to give you law advice. The internet is forever, and everybody see what you've been doing. Okay.
And they was like, no, it's about you. You need to live your best life. What? Ray J was like, what? No.
Ray J, why are you looking up to Ray J? Don't nobody want to look up to Ray J. That's like looking up to Rick James or something like that, sir. We don't want to look up to Ray J. Cut it out.
I don't know anything about Ray J's situation.
You just keep saying his name.
But in that aspect, in that situation, I was like, yeah, I'm proud of the brother because he's like,
proud of Ray. I am not proud of Ray J for nothing, sir. You didn't went left. You went all the way left.
Child's happiness. So if my child is happy, I'm happy. So whatever she needs to do for me to be happy is what I'm gonna do.
That mean I can't go hang out with 4, 5 women in Miami Beach and pop bottles to 5 in the morning. I'm doing what I'm doing for my child. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like Ray J no more, okay? I'm not going to be like Ray J no more, okay? I'm not going to do it, okay? Because I got a child now. I done changed over. So I'm at the house chilling, you know what I'm saying? Watching a little Netflix, watching a little Disney Plus, little princess movies with my child. Yeah. I don't know, brother. Sounds like a little regret to me.
Get that out in your 20s. If you're in your 20s, get that out your system.
I don't feel like you got it out your system, brother, in your 20s. I feel like it's still there. I feel like you still got it in your system. But go ahead.
I must say, I am very disappointed, you know.
That what?
And she seemed like such a great, she wasn't mad. You know, she was just, and then for him to call her a struggle streamer.
She mad.
You know, she wasn't trying to get any attention. She was just like, hey, I'm just trying to get in contact with my sister. He won't, you know, she been reaching out to him. But in his defense, he was like, his number ain't changed. She didn't. So we don't know what's going on there. But, you know, by her saying he hasn't been there for birthday parties, graduations, I'm disappointed because even if you live in another state, you can make time to do that. If you don't do anything, as far as our communities, we need great fathers.
Yeah.
And they already
just like Ray J, huh? Just like Ray J. We need great fathers. Somebody type Ray J in the chat room.
Ahead of us and our children because they leave their children real estate. They leave their children stocks and bonds. They leave their children savings accounts.
You're going to be popping bottles in the club. That's expensive. So how you going to leave real estate and stuff? Maybe you're going to leave some empty bottles, brother. I'm just saying, you and Ray J. Okay.
Their children already have a great head start because when our children turn 18, we toss them a hot prayer and say, make it. And then we give our children a game and think they're going to make it. While every other race.
I'm going to get you up out of here, brother. You and Ray J can go. I'll catch you later. Let's get somebody else up. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let's just soak this in for a minute. Let's just soak all this in for a minute. Y'all ready? She got dressed up for this. She put the African earrings on. She got the red, the black, the green, the land, the people, and the blood. Let's soak it in. Okay, let's begin. Go ahead, baby. What you gonna say to it?
I saw her.
What's up?
Said Dr. Umar's biological daughter, and so I'm thinking.
I
started listening to it.
You need to open your lips.
That's how you pronounce it. Anisa.
Open your mouth up.
How she's been trying to find him. Like she even showed the screenshot of her. I think she inboxed him through some app or something like that. And how she was basically, because that's what she was saying. She was like, she doesn't really care about building a relationship with her. She wants to know about her, have brothers and sisters. And I think she said sisters specifically. And I don't know if he has other kids.
Baby, you going viral for all the wrong reasons. Okay? I just want you to know that. We're going to go ahead and let you rethink this whole, position that you take. We're going to get somebody else loud up in here. Somebody can talk loud. Go ahead.
More for an interview to destroy her day. Baby, I just seen a video. Dr. Umar's daughter saying, I'm not talking unless you giving me land at 20,000 or more. For an interview to destroy her daddy. To destroy her daddy. To satellite his land. Okay? She want 3,500 to 10K an interview. Y'all remember she made that first video and she said, I'm only doing this. I'm not doing this to bash the guy. I'm only doing this because I want to talk to him and I want to meet his other daughter.
Now, I just want you to know, if you got a friend like this, fellas, if your girl got a friend like this, you have no business that's your own. Everybody, she knows all the tea on everybody. I'm just telling you that now. If your woman has a friend like this, she's the one that holds the purses in the club. She's the one that gives all advice. She probably hit real hard, too. She probably got a mean right hook and a left cross. I can tell you that now. Go ahead.
Now she want 3,500 to 10K an interview. She wants y'all to follow her on all her pages. Watch her videos, like her videos. She was screaming about mind your business, even though she brought this shit to the internet. Yes. Mind your business because it don't pay you. It pays her. She's famous now, apparently. That's what she said. And I was like, she did all this shit with malicious intent. Just for
you are country.
Basically, I said he trying to do shit to help the black community.
Yeah.
She doing malicious shit to exploit the black.
That's 3 S words. Your grandma would not be happy about you using that profanity on these internets. Okay, your grandma would not be happy. Y'all on that internet using it in foul language now. You don't want you out there using that language now. You can say what you have to say without out there cussing. Okay.
Community for her own personal gains. She want money, she want clout, she want fame, she want y'all to follow her. I'm definitely gonna block her because she on there screaming about she famous now.
What part of Alabama are you from, baby?
She said
she said what?
She doing too much, basically. That first video, I said this was all calculated, all the way down to that text that she sent him that she knew he wasn't going to respond to, that she was going to use for the video. Everything was calculated, malicious, and it's just low down and dirty. So y'all go ahead and give her a little $35K to $10K an interview to go around and destroy her daddy. Her daddy's image.
Her daddy. She clearly, yeah, that sinister little laugh. Let's listen to that laugh again.
Destroy her daddy. Her daddy's image.
Did you hear that laugh? Listen to that laugh again, boy. That was sinister right there. Listen to the little laugh.
Image.
Somebody save that for me and send it to me so I can download it to my board. I want that for myself.
I said, you know what? I knew it was going to be a lady that was going to destroy Dr. Umar and take his ass down because he too fixated on women.
That's what I was saying the whole time. He is simp. I'd say that he could be out there simping all the time, and now they done got it. I'm saying that myself. Okay, I'm saying that myself. Did somebody just me, aka Angry? She is not from Louisiana, Mississippi. This is clearly a woman from Alabama. I know my accents? Okay, I would bet you a whole $5, okay, to this woman. That's not Louisiana, baby girl. Just me, aka Angry Woman. That is straight up Alabama right there.
Remind me of that old African story, Samson and Delilah. Yeah, he remind me of Samson. I knew it was gonna be a lady to take his ass down, but this like a Uno draw 4 right here. I didn't know it was gonna be his own damn daughter.
It's what it was. His daughter got it.
Shit is crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna block her because she just looking
for F words though. I just want you to know it's Sunday and you out here cussing on the internet. Shout out to EA Double. Thank you so much.
Clout and for fame and for money. And I think Dr. Umar's other daughter is a minor. And if I was that other ladies, the other baby mama, I would not bring my minor child to the forefront of this negativity and this bullshit.
You be giving out advice.
I wouldn't bring my minor child out into this. Don't you let that girl pull your daughter out into this
Alabama. That is Alabama.
Wow, she is funny.
I know Alabama. That's Alabama. Don't try to come up in here and tell me what is and what not. I know Alabama. Shout out to Yaya kids. I know Alabama when I hear. But yeah, that's Alabama. Or it could be that panhandle part of Alabama. Okay, but that is Alabama. Okay, let's see what else we got to talk about. Okay, we got some more people. Then we're gonna go ahead and get to the business at hand.
Absolutely right. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now I ain't gonna tell you no word of a lie. We have to stop making excuses for absent parents, regardless of the fact if you are male or female. Everybody should be held accountable in this situation. And how dare you dismiss the young lady's feelings? She's a grown woman and she's saying that her father have not at all been custodian. It doesn't matter what he said or what he brought up about, oh yes, I have 2 daughters. The fact of remain is you have 2 daughters that you haven't been there to support, there to love, there to show face. That's
what I want to know is, what do you have on that pot, in that pot back there?
The God honest
Let's see what this now. What is in that pot? What is in that pot that you're cooking? That's what I want to know. Because if it's Friday, okay, it should be some red beans and rice in that pot. Okay, that's what should be in that pot. You need to be focused on what's in that pot. Okay, instead of all in the Dr. Umar, because you can misspell his name, Dr. Umar. Okay, it's not Umar. It's Umar. UMAR, not Umar. Okay, you should have checked this before you went viral, ma'am. You need to check that pot before it boil over. But go ahead.
The thing about this, let's stop. Let's stop letting these people get away with not taking accountability for their actions.
You talking to your baby daddy right now. Let's stop. You might as well put your baby daddy. Let's stop Earl from getting away with not taking care of these children. That's what it is. Go ahead.
I don't give a care what doctor he.
Oh, hold on a minute. From here to enlightenment says red beans and rice are for money. Oh, no, they're not. Sir, red beans and rice are for Fridays. Sir, I just would happen to let you know that I lived in New Orleans for many years. And I know red beans and rice were the day that women cook. A Friday was the day they cooked because that's the day that they washed their laundry. Okay? That's the day they washed. So they put that pot of red beans and rice on, and they will cook it all day. And that's Friday. Don't come in here playing these games. Okay? Don't be up in here playing with me. All right. Now sometimes you have seafood on Friday. Sometimes, okay, it's fish day, fried fish day. But red beans, don't play. I'm not here to play these games with you. Don't test me. Don't test me. Okay. Keep going. Let's go.
What do you see? All I know, he hasn't been there for that child. And I'm a mother. So I understand.
We know you understand. We know you're a mother and we know you understand. We could tell. You mean this from your heart. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody's daughter. So I understand what she's.
Your daddy wasn't there for you like that either. That's why you expressing yourself like that. I know, baby. Go ahead. Let's get it out.
Okay? Coming from. And her feelings is very much so irrelevant. I don't give a care what side it is. It's the fact matters that he hasn't been there.
But she 22 though. She 22. She ain't no baby. She 20. She a grown woman.
Open closed case. What do we have next?
Thank 22. You. Oh,
let me just say that
too. You can't close the case when you're ready to close the case. I'm ready. I gotta say something too. You can't be out here just telling people when the case closed. The case ain't closed just because you said what you want to say. I sat here and I waited most of the time and I ain't say nothing. Now I want to say something. Okay, look here. That girl, 22 years old. She a grown woman. She grown. She out here grown, doing whatever grown people do. And now you talking about case closed. No, that man need to go about it. She needs to talk to her mama. Say, where my mama, look here. You need to talk to your mama before you go run up on the internet, putting that main business all out in the street like that. That's what you need to do, talking about case closed. The case ain't closed. I say the case closed. Now go ahead and finish what you got to say, and I'm going to say something else just because you going to try to say case closed again, and we ain't going down like that.
Like somebody said, he advocates for non-broken homes, meaning he do not want us as black people to have broken homes, but he create broken homes. Let me be. Thank you.
On then. I ain't gonna go ahead then. You want to be whoever you want to be. Be A, B, C, D, whoever you want to be. Okay? But don't be telling me the case closed and the case ain't closed. We still talking at you. I'm gonna lose half my crowd because you done told them the case was closed. Damn, bro. You need to calm down. Calm all the way down.
Said, hey, your favorite black activist is a deadbeat father. He didn't even stay with the black queen that he chose to impregnate. Right? Now, this is all alleged, but she says she has a DNA test proof. Dr. Umar, listen.
It's got a good beard.
This is true.
Oh, but no, you got to cut that part right there, dog. You got to cut that part.
In all seriousness, though, we going to need her to drop that paperwork. We going to need her to drop that DNA test paperwork because we can't just go off no rumor.
We know you got a white girl, too. I can tell you. You got the white girl. All the brothers with white girls up here vehemently opposed to Dr. Umar Johnson right now. They mad. They like, we finally got him. They gonna hop in the car. They leave. Oh, where you going, hun? Where you going? The mayonnaise sandwich is ready. No, I'll be right back. I'm going in the car for a minute. You know you got a white girl. I know you do. Go ahead.
Dr. Umar Johnson is a deadbeat father. Never been there.
He's not a deadbeat guy. He said
Instagram. Crazy thing is, too, I went to her page. I checked her page in her bio. It says that she's from Philly. I said, oh, man, fuck. Dr. Umar is from Philly. Like, it just makes a lot of sense. And then he said, she said that she has another sister on his side. You know what I'm saying? And she just
why you being messy though, bro? You kind of messy. You know all the information like that. You just sat in the car. This is what you gonna talk about today? This is what we gonna talk about? Go ahead, bro. You being messy.
She's from Philly and everything. I'm gonna tag her.
You gonna tag her? Oh, you real messy. You double messy. You got two white baby mamas messy. That's why you out here, man. Y'all leave Dr. Umar alone. Dr. Umar did the best he could. Okay.
Allegedly is a deadbeat father. Now, I'm going to say allegedly because we don't know if this is a...
Now, we went from a good beard to a struggle beard. Okay, bro, you got a struggle beard. Okay, I'm just saying. At this point, it's time to do what I do. Just make it lay down. Your beard is raggedy out here, brother. And you need to brush your eyebrows too. But go ahead. You distracted me. You're not good for the camera.
Operation to discredit him. So I'm going to say allegedly. But there's a young lady right now on TikTok coming out saying that he has not been in her life. And she's his bi.
You hopped on here before you even knew the girl's name. You couldn't wait to get up on here. So you want you a white girl. I could tell. Looking at you in the eyes.
Biological daughter. He hasn't showed up for any events, hasn't been there for graduation, anything like that. And it just doesn't make sense to me. There's no way this man has been telling the black community we need to be there, we need to be strong fathers and strong leaders, and he has not been there for his daughter.
But the man paid his child support. He's been busy. Okay, but go ahead.
I am still going to keep on saying allegedly. She says she has the DNA proof, and she posted a screenshot communicating with what could be him, but we don't know. So it's just breaking now. I'm going to put the name up top so you guys can check the video for yourself.
Your beard is also breaking. You need to get that avocado oil up in there. That's what you get, that avocado oil going on, baby. Go ahead. Let me let you finish.
But I just can't believe it. It doesn't sound right. But let me know what you guys think. Do y'all think Dr. Umar is possibly a deadbeat, telling other deadbeats to go be better in life while he should be taking his own advice? Dr. Umar, we need you to comment on this.
Telling the truth, when I seen his response video and he was saying how his number has been the same for 20 years, basically saying that she's never tried to reach out like she said. And that's a problem because it's giving, the phone works both ways. Like, we all know that when a father says that, that means he's trying his best not to take accountability for not reaching out to his kid, because at the end of the day, it's your kid. You are the father. You are the parent. And if you are the father, you are the parent, the child should not be reaching out to you. You need to be reaching out to your child.
Yeah, I know y'all want me to say it's too obvious. I'm not gonna say it. Y'all can say it for me, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say anything. It's too obvious. It's too easy. It's too easy. Okay, let me do my job. I know y'all want me to say something about it, but I'm not gonna say it. Okay? I'm not gonna say anything.
Being there for your child, going to your child's events, talking to your kid, like simple, period. Like as soon as he said that and implied that, the phone works both ways, she could have easily contacted me. My number has been public for 20 years. Okay. And you've been knowing that you had a daughter for 22 years. Like, what are you telling us that for? You didn't do anything but solidify everything that she said.
Symmetrical. Maybe just straighten it out a little bit. None of my business. So anyway, the thing is, it was all fun and games, and then it kind of went too far. You know what I mean? And this is the only reason I'm kind of dealing with this right now. Some people just it just got taken too far. And I'm gonna share this video with you guys from a podcaster who calls herself Let's Address This. And I'm going to share this part with you. You guys, it got real serious. Y'all listen to this.
Doing this to her. I don't know if it's her mother or a sister. I'm gathering that this is a sister, but they're going to get into it. It's going to be a bit of a crash out kind of fight, but she's very, very frustrated. So
very frustrated.
I caught the last 5 minutes of it. Let's get into it.
This is what I will say. I don't give a fuck. I don't think there's anything wrong with her wanting to speak about something publicly. Now I'm just a clout chaser. Girl, I feel like y'all are trying to make it seem like when she wants to talk about something publicly that affects her, that she's wrong. And I think that it's all in the manner in which you do it. I also think that one of the reasons that it's not a big deal that she's public is because Dr. Umar is a public figure. And the reality of the situation is she's the child, he's the adult. So if she's reaching out to her father to reconnect, to speak with him, to establish a relationship with not just him, but also her sister, I don't think there's anything wrong with her taking it to a public platform, because at the end of the day, he should be expecting that at the very least. If she's reaching out privately, she attempted that first. He wasn't responding.
It's all good and fine, right? You know, she's just talking and being articulate, and then pretty soon it takes a turn for the worse.
She decides to go publicly. I don't see where the issue is on that. On top of the fact that as a grown man, because y'all keep saying we don't know what he's been through and he could be different because it's been years later and all those types of things. Yes, but no, because if he was really changing and he was really looking to be
Get out my room. What are you in here for? Get out my room. The fuck? Go ahead.
Now what you hear is a young lady, daughter, screaming at somebody. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. I don't know what a turn happened, but it gets...
Get out my room. Bye. I'm not clout chasing. Get out my room. What's wrong with you?
Now that's her up here.
No. Get out my room.
Right there.
Get out my room. How?
Look at this little dude in the center. It's not funny. Nobody laughed, but I'm just looking at this little dude right there. He's giving all the reaction.
I'm not clout chasing.
Yo,
why is she telling me to bye? Get out my room. Bye. Get out my room.
Anissa,
hang up the live.
Anissa,
hang up. Get out my room.
Conversation.
Or you can mute it.
Get out my room.
Hang up the live, mama.
Get out my room. I don't care.
He's drawing. There's too many people.
No, Anissa. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do this. Get out my fucking room. What's wrong with you? Get out my fucking room. Get off live. Get off live.
Hey.
Get off my fucking room. Get off live. Get off my fucking room. No. I'm not gonna leave. Why you do this bullshit on live? What the fuck am I doing? You gotta remember this. You gotta know what it is. You gotta remember this. What are you talking about? That is clout chasing. You don't fucking understand. I don't have my dad. Just how am I clout chasing? I posted tears on my page to show my appreciation to him. How am I clout chasing? It's not just me have a fucking heart attack, bro. It's not just that. I'm about to have a fucking heart attack. Get off live. I'm about to have a heart attack. Get off live, please, so we can have a real conversation. Please get off. Can you get out my room so I can have some air? Get off out my room. Mom will be here in literally 5 minutes. Can you get out my room? Get off live then. Get out my room. I'm not leaving. Get the fuck out my room. You can keep screaming in my face and I don't give a fuck. Get off live. Get the fuck out my room. Leave me put my fucking hands on you. What's wrong with you? If you come why are you in my room? Fuck, why are you in my room? What's wrong with you, bitch?
Getting real serious, right?
I told you get the fuck out my room. I don't give a fuck.
Now, I want y'all to understand this young lady is 22 years old, okay, not 12.
How the fuck am I clout chasing? Because I'm posting a video about my fucking dad, bitch. You got your fucking dad. I don't. You don't fucking understand this shit. And I got a sister out here that I don't fucking know. It's not fair.
But baby, life is not fair. Life is not fair. It's what it is. This is not helping the situation either.
See, sir.
If I pass the fuck out and end up in the fucking hospital, they gonna pay my fucking hospital bill. On my soul.
Yep. Lisa. She gonna have to restart this room.
There you.
Yo, I'm about to have a fucking heart attack.
Anissa, in the live.
Okay, so that's pretty much the end of that, right?
Yeah, that is pretty much the end of that. So here's the problem. I mean, we thought that was the worst of it, right? We thought that was the worst of it. And then it gets worse after that, okay? And not that we thought it could get any worse. You got this young lady who's 22 years old. She just basically, you know, crashing out on the internet. You know what I mean? And, you know, we all see it happening. It's so unfortunate. But like I said, it gets worse. And I anticipate it's going to get worse. Here's what she most recently said.
Hate him too? Of course you do. Because he put his fucking hands on me. What the fuck's wrong with him? He should be in fucking jail. Like, really, he should be in jail. Like, I'm not even joking with y'all right now. It's a lot about...
This is, you guys hearing what's being said? Now, this is on Tasha K. I made sure I put Tasha K's name up there. I ain't saying that I don't know any of this to be true at all. I'm just saying this public spectacle is getting worse. And it's, you know, at a certain point, fellas, you know, we have to recognize that there's a trifecta with black men: deadbeat dad, abuser, and some sort of chomo. Okay, that's always what they say, some sort of sexual deviant. It always comes in the trifecta. That's how they destroy black men. Okay, so now you got this man's daughter saying that he allegedly, you know, is violent towards women. I've never heard any of that. And, you know, and for his daughter to say that, I mean, we're just gonna let her play, you know.
About him that y'all don't know. He's a crazy, sick man. How long was they together? I don't know. They met in college. I don't know how long they was together, but he was with his other child. He was with her mom for 5 years. That's what she told me over the phone. But I don't know how long him and my mom was together. So he's a woman abuser? Yes, he is. And a liar and a hypocrite. Yeah, all those things. Yeah, she left him. And then this man got on the internet and said, my mom wanted to marry him. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Why is this child all in their parents' business? That's the other thing we need to understand. Why is this child all in grown folk parents' business? That's the other thing. You see what I'm saying? But keep listening.
Why would my mom want to marry somebody that put his fucking hands on her? This man is a fucking liar. And I can't stand him.
Always dated bad boys.
You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, you know, Dr. Umar Johnson, apparently he thought it was a good idea to respond with a video entitled, "You Are Lower Than Scum." I don't know who it was directed to. Dr. Umar responds to backlash with Block Party. It's just not, it's not good at all. Okay. But listen.
Already said, most of you are not looking for the truth. You are looking for a good laugh.
Yeah.
Many of you Negro males, you are jealous because you are not me. You are jealous that you don't have the credentials or the following. You are jealous because you haven't made 1% of the impact I've made on the African race. So I will not be entertaining. And the other reason I'm not going to entertain this, the other reason that I'm not going to entertain this is because for those with a little bit of common sense, if you just read between the lines a little bit, those of you with a little bit of common sense, I think y'all have heard enough from my princess. Y'all have seen enough from me that if you got a little bit of common sense, you will already know what this is all about. If you just got a little bit of common sense, you can decipher. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm sure me and the oldest princess of Pan-Africanism will work this out eventually. I'm sure that myself and
I hope they do work it out, but the damage being done to this black man's reputation, and by proxy, all black men's reputation, because they didn't call you a deadbeat dad. They've called you all these other names, and they're being referred to as a woman abuser. So, you know, this is why these sort of things are a problem, okay? Because it's like every time we get a public figure that's halfway decent, they get torn down. But let's keep listening.
The oldest princess of Pan-Africanism, we will work it out.
Mm-hmm.
I would never be upset with my own child. I love my babies. We're going to work this out.
You see, the problem is, brother was calling a Smurf or something like that earlier, you know, and even the response initially, you know.
We're going to work this out. The princess of Pan-Africanism and the prince, we're going to be all right.
All right.
Just give it some time.
All right.
Let her work through her situation.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going to have my daughter join it live because it's none of your business. Here we go again.
She made it.
It's none of your business. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to transform you. So we're going to work it out.
Now, let me tell you something. You guys probably think I'm cold-blooded, but I'm gonna tell you, if any of my children, anybody said anything like I'm an abuser or something like that, I'm gonna sue them. I'm gonna file a lawsuit against them for defamation because I'm not that nice. And I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, people have to be put in place when they're. And again, you guys might think I'm cold-blooded, but it's a cold game. It's a cold world. And when people get out of pocket like that, you need to make sure you check them, especially when they start putting family business in the street like that. You understand? You destroying this man's reputation, his name. You didn't came out of nowhere and told people I'm his daughter, and he's a deadbeat dad. He's an abuser. You about to get that defamation suit. You understand? You're not gonna sit up here and disparage my name and speak ill on me. I don't care if you're Jesus Christ himself, much less my child, ex-wife, baby mama, current wife. I don't give a damn who you are. You're gonna get that paperwork. Shout out to Black Sand. And that's the tone you have to take with people so they'll know not to mess with you. I'm gonna let the brother keep speaking. Shout out to Black Sand. I appreciate you, brother.
The only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle.
Yourself. You need to be upset with yourself.
The only person I'm really upset with in this whole debacle is her mother.
Nah, you can't be upset. You can't be upset
I'm
with the mother.
disappointed that her mother.
No, you chose her, brother. You chose her. You knew who she was when you met her. Shout out to JT Cornbread. You can't be upset with the mama now, brother. You chose her. You understand? You chose her. It's time to be a man on this situation. You chose her, but go ahead.
Would let our child, filled with the lies and misinformation she gave her. I am upset and disappointed that her mother would let our child get on the internet and conduct herself like that, knowing she's the reason we're in this situation.
That's a 22-year-old woman. Your child's mother is no longer the mother of a child. She's the mother of a grown woman. Okay? There's nothing you can do about that. Okay? Nothing anybody can do about what's done is done. You understand me? I'm just saying that's a grown woman. Okay, let's just keep it 100. That's why I tell you brothers all the time, stop being so doggone soft and easy to get along. You got to fight for your children because it's all going to come back to bite you in the butt.
Now that's flat out wrong. And I hope you are listening to me. I hope you are listening to me wherever you are, Mama Smurf. Wherever you are, Mama Smurf, I'm extremely disappointed in you.
It's going to escalate, bro.
To let our child get on the internet knowing damn well that my enemies are her enemies.
No, they're not.
Knowing damn well social media don't give a damn about nobody but clicks and views. You know damn well.
But you know that, brother. You've been using social media for years now to generate income and such. So this is the game that you play. You understand? This is the game that you play, brother. Go ahead.
That girl carries the blood of the Prince of Pan-Africanism. You had no reason letting her crash out like that.
Bro.
I blame her mother for this.
Can't blame her mother for that, brother. You're going to have to start taking some responsibility for yourself. Shout out to TIQS. What we're not going to do, it's already bad enough when the ladies don't take responsibility, but you have to start taking responsibility for your partners. You agitated the situation. You should have called that gal up the minute you saw her on the internet. I know, and do what you got to do as a father. You make that your number one priority. You see? And I'm telling you, as a father of 3 children, when these kids be around here and lashing out and cutting up, I had to go and give them the attention that they're still your baby. That little girl wants her daddy. For whatever reason, she feels like her daddy wasn't involved in her life. Even if you paid the money, you got to do what you got to do as a man,
When you're the reason she didn't have access to her father the way she should have.
Bro, you chose her, brother. You chose her. Okay? You chose that woman. Okay? At the end of the day, you chose her. Just like I chose the ones I'm with, I chose them. And so you got to understand that, brother. You chose them.
You know what you did. You know what you did. And you're going to sit back and watch your daughter do this when you know you're the reason. You are lower than scum, lower than dirt, to sit back and watch your daughter do this because of what you did.
So now he talking about his baby mama, his first child's mother, and he just basically called her lower than scum, lower than dirt. Now, brother, you've spent many years uplifting the Black queens. Okay, you spend many years uplifting the Black queens, and you out here telling us Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. And right now, it's millions of Black women who are dealing with the same sort of baby daddy drama that you dealing with, and you out here calling them. Basically, are you saying that they're lower than scum? Are you just picking on the one that you got pregnant? You understand? So you can't do that. You can't sit up here on one hand and call them queens, and then when somebody get under your skin, okay, and now you out here calling them lower than scum, especially the one that you decide to sire a child with. Okay, that's what I'm saying. See, that type of stuff makes all of us Black men look bad. This is why all of us suffer from some of these things that other Black men do. And that's why many of us have decided to separate ourselves from that level of Black men, and we want to carry ourselves with dignity and respect. Even here on my page, when I refer to Black women, I call them lovely ladies, not all them other names, because it's those, they're still our mothers and our daughters and our wives. Okay, they're still our sisters and our aunties, and you out here calling a Black woman lower than scum. You see what I mean? Now, all you doing is inviting a response from that mom. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep listening.
These are your demons.
No.
These are your demons. But with that,
now you gonna, okay, brother, change.
I'm going to get off of that.
Yeah, get on
because
off that.
I don't owe anybody in the public any explanations at all.
Well, you sure are explaining. You're explaining a lot. Clearly, you feel that you do. Okay.
And if you ask any questions about my business, I'm blocking you.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't coming to nothing at FDMG.
Is FDMG his school? FDMG is school? No.
And you ain't coming to
no. Yeah, he out here explaining. Bless his heart. Let me go ahead and let him ease on up out of here. So anyway, family, let's you got this little lady crashing out. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you guys know this dude. This is the dude with the baby mama song.
2 daughters and you're not in their lives, Dr. Umar. But I'm a struggle streamer. You see what I'm talking about?
There's no way Dr. Umar Johnson.
Fair use. You gotta know this is the dude with the baby mama song. Baby mama or something. He's funny. But anyway, you know, you know, we got to learn from this. You know what I mean? I mean, what? First of all, you pick these people that you end up with. I tell people all the time. I'm gonna tell you, like my divorce lawyer told me when I was complaining about my ex-wife about 15 years ago when we was getting this doggone divorce. He said, "Well, you chose her." He's an old school cat, old school cap. He said, "You chose her." I'm like, "Well, damn, I guess I did." But what are the facts? Let's just go through the facts real quick. Um, Golly, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, basically, 22-year-old girl name is Nisa. She lives in the Philadelphia area. She publicly claimed that Dr. Umar Johnson's her biological dad, and she alleged that he was absent from her life, missed graduations, birthdays, and other important events. And she stated that she tried to reach out to him and use messages, and she was asking for a conversation because she wanted to connect with her half sister, and he ignored her. And then Dr. Johnson indirectly confirmed that this was his daughter by addressing her publicly, but he continues to frame the situation as a misrepresentation. Nisa, she shared a screenshot she exchanged with Dr. Johnson, where he initially questioned her identity and then refused to engage further. And then she went viral after expressing her frustration over his absence and stating that she wasn't seeking financial support, but just a relationship with the sister. Now, Dr. Umar's response, instead of addressing this issue directly, Dr. Johnson blamed Nisa's mother for his absence, accusing her of controlling the daughter and spreading lies. And let me tell you something, as a father, you can say a lot as a parent, those kids are going to judge you based on what they know. That's what's eventually going to happen. It might be till they're 30, okay? But the kids they're going to listen to their parents, but at some point, if you heavy in their life and you force yourself in their life and you do what you have to do, you give them a fair chance to judge. But it did not help him labeling mama Smurf, okay? This is the same woman you impregnated. So who are you? Are you hefty, lucky, dreamy, sleepy, sneezy? You see what I'm saying? You slept with this woman, okay? But you saying that she kept the daughter away. All right. Okay. So that means you didn't have custody or whatever. And he levied some accusations against his own daughter. He said she was a pawn in a scheme and orchestrated by the mother. And he suggested that she was being manipulated and used for social media attention. And he accused her of trying to struggle string a career off his name. Okay. And he also stated that his personal life is none of the public's business, while saying he loves his daughter, and he dismissed her concerns as being fueled by external influences. Now, Dr. Johnson said, well, we need to have this meeting between me, you, and, and have a real discussion and whatnot. I'm going to bring the paperwork. Shout out to Yaya's kids. He said, we need unity in the community. Yeah, and you got to realize some people are not equipped to bring unity. If they don't have peace in their own home, how can they be a leader? And I'm not going to skip ahead of what I'm saying, but that's the whole point. We got to be mindful. Somebody type mindful of whose lead we follow. And that's the big lesson here. Even moving forward into politics, we got to be mindful. That's why I tell y'all, vote your interests. I don't tell you what to do. That's why I preach a freedom doctrine. I tell you to do what's in your best interest. Now, that being the case, it's unclear as to the legalities of this case. We don't know the mother's side, but the public has been very critical. Now, here's some key points. Again, he indirectly confirmed that this is his daughter, but instead of addressing her feelings of abandonment, he's focusing on discrediting her motives and blaming her mother. And I do question her motives myself, but he keeps calling her Mama Smurf and saying the daughter's manipulated. This is a 22-year-old woman. You see what I'm saying? Keep saying the mother keeps him away, but he hadn't offered any proof of any legal interference. He says he has some white man paperwork, but what I do see is a lot of contradictions. He argues that his phone number has been the same for 20 years, and his daughter could have reached out to him, okay? But the text message she released showed she tried to contact him, and he ignored her. And if the phone number has been the same for decades, why would she need to go to social media to be accessible, okay? He publicly ridiculed this child, called this young woman, called her baby Smurf. He dismissed the pain. He then invites mom to lunch, you know, in a very public and performative manner, rather than addressing the issue privately. You know, he taunts her and her hair color and makes jokes and say, you know, this is your child, man. You know what I mean? This is your baby. This is your future. You see what I mean? This is your child. But what we dealing with right now is that Dr. Umar Johnson's response really fails to address the core issue, and that's why his daughter felt abandoned, you know, and why she had to take this to the public in the first place. Instead, he turns the situation into a joke and attacks mom, and you know, at some point tries to turn this into some sort of fundraising opportunity. And this thing about it is, in the most serious aspect of it, is this behavior contradicts his public advocacy for Black fatherhood and community leadership. You see what I'm saying? If you truly cared about Black people, okay, then you should show some humility to these Black women. This should be something you engage in privately, something you demonstrate actions rather than rants. Now, here's the thing, family, okay? Let's dig into this, all right? It's the bigger picture. We're going to learn something. I'm going to teach them some lessons. We're going to dig a little deeper. We're going to learn something. Now, we're not going to just talk about the man's failure up in here, okay? That's not what we're going to do, okay? Okay, who's responsible? And what role both parents play in raising the next generation? I'm going to ask you a fair question. I know we got some people in here, and we're going to have an honest conversation, or we're not going to have one at all. Do you blame the absent father or the present mother for the mindset of the child? Okay, and I've spent the first hour, 2 hours letting you know that Dr. Umar Johnson clearly shares some responsibility. But the question is, do we blame the absent father or the present mother for this child's mindset? I think we blame both. Myself. We already talked about Dr. Umar Johnson and his hypocrisy and his excuses and how he failed this young woman as a father. But right now, we need to go further. See, we need to look at the mama's role in this situation as well. If we truly want to understand why some fathers are absent, do we really want to understand that? Or are we just going to ignore that? Okay? Are we going to ignore that? Or do we want to get some understanding? Because we're not talking about gender wars. Because many of y'all out here have been kept from a parent, be it father or mother, but most of the time you kept from your father, and you know how your mother was. It's some of y'all right now holding your children hostage. Right now. As we speak. Ladies, tell the truth, shame the devil. We need to be honest with the role that mothers play. Now, there is something called Brefault's Law. I'm going to put this name in the chat room. I want y'all to look it up. I ain't invent this. This is, I'm not new to this, okay? And what Brefault did was he studied nature. And it is often the female who decides the structure of the family. And again, this idea is summed up in something called Brefault's Law. And it states as follows: the female, not the male, determines all, not half, not some, but all the conditions of the animal family, where the female can derive no benefit from association with a male. No such association takes place. Now, in this particular discussion, Brefault made it clear that while this mostly applies to animals, there's still some truth in human society. Women have a strong influence over whether a father is involved in a child's life or not. You can live with your woman. And anybody who knows kids knows that them kids are going to follow that woman to the toilet. When she go upstairs, they're going to go upstairs. When she go outside, they're going to go outside. Okay? And sometimes mama have to drop the kids off or dump the kids off on daddy just so she can have some time on her own. Other than that, the kids might not ever see dad. Let's just speak the truth. Kids love mama. Okay? Let's just be honest. Hell, dad working most of the time. Kids spend most of the time with mom. So yes, women have a strong influence over whether father, the grandparents, aunties, or whoever sees the child. Let's be honest about that. Now, of course, in the society we live in, the women don't have total control. It's not the animal kingdom. But women do have a strong influence over that. Now, let's look at how this applies to Dr. Umar Johnson and his daughter and his mother. And we only speculating. But the truth is, this applies to many of you all too. So the mother chose to have a child with Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson chose to have a child with this man or this woman. And at one point, she saw him as good enough man to father her child. That's true, right? Okay? The mother had control over how much access Umar had to his daughter, or her when she was pregnant, and how much access. You can't take the child away from the mama, and whether or not through legal actions or personal decisions or emotions, she had the ability to set the terms of the involvement. The man said that he was put on child support before the child was even born. So mom must have knew this relationship was not going to work even before the child was born. That's what they said. And for 22 years, the mother controlled how her daughter viewed her father. I mean, let's be at least 18, right? Mom was probably there saying things, and daughter was picking them up. Dr. Umar Johnson couldn't have been helping if he was distancing himself, but we don't know why. Okay? Now, when the young woman decided to go public, the mother was, I didn't see the mother by her side. Okay? Because see, if this was truly about healing, why didn't the mother help her daughter through this moment? Why let her handle it online instead of privately as a family? Why didn't she stop her from doing it? Now, again, that's a 22-year-old woman. You really can't stop her from doing it. But at the end of the day, it would appear mom had to have known about what was going on. I'm sure it got back to her. Maybe you should have had a conversation with your daughter. Now, again, I am not excusing Umar Johnson's actions at all. He had every chance to be a dad. He could have fought for custody. He could have fought to be present, even if the mother made it difficult. But the truth is, if a mother does not see value in the father's presence, okay, she has the power to make sure he's not involved or give him hell. You understand me? We've seen this before. We see it time and time again. Children get caught up in the middle of battles between parents. A father's absence is not always because he walked away. Sometimes he was pushed away, family. So we got to ask ourselves as intelligent people, did the mother block him from seeing the daughter out of anger or resentment? We know he dated her for 5 years and then went on and had a child with somebody else. Did the mother use the legal system to cut him off instead of encouraging him to get involved? Did the mother encourage the daughter to go public instead of working things out privately? Again, Umar Johnson has got to take responsibility for his actions. He mocked his daughter, he ignored her pain, and he refused to be the father that she needed to be. But if he was truly kept away, if obstacles were placed in front of him, then we need to ask ourselves, what role did mom play in all of this? See, this situation is not unique, and it is not germane to any one ethnic group or another. We see this in communities everywhere, and fathers who are absent, mothers who control access to the child, and children caught in the middle. Many men are shut out of their children's lives, not because they don't want to be fathers, but because they have no say in the conditions set by the mother. Let me tell you something. We can say a lot of things about Umar Johnson, but I'm absolutely certain if this man had access to his child on a regular basis, he'd have been having her on the internet right with him. The man would have used her as a fun as a fundraising tool. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a stupid man we talking about. I just find something had to happen, okay? But again, this is a two-way street. Just like we hold fathers responsible to step up, we must also hold mothers responsible for stepping down or stepping out the way. Okay, we need to hold them responsible for the conditions they create. Did the mother choose a man who actually was ready to be a father? Did the mom make it easier or harder for the father to be present? Some of y'all say he should just go in there and knock down walls and bulldoze brick walls to be with his child. Some people can't do that. Did the mother put the child's relationship with her father above her personal feelings? It's a lot of questions. It's a difficult conversation, but it's one we must have. It's one that you all need to have with yourself. But see, for too long, we blame absent fathers without asking why they're absent in the first place. Look, it's no doubt that Dr. Umar Johnson has failed as a father, according to his 22-year-old daughter. He laughed at his baby girl. He disrespected her. He refused to take responsibility. He referred to the mother, as a really mean, scum. You shouldn't say that about the woman you laid up with. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is true. You understand what I mean? Not in public. Okay? But that aside, mom had a role in shaping the story and controlling the relationship and deciding how much Umar could be present. If we really want stronger families, we got to demand accountability for both parents. We don't have time to beef like this anymore. The world is changing. Donald Trump is in office again. Things are getting more competitive. People are going to be out of business. Okay? AI is putting people out of business. You understand what I'm saying? All right? What we need is unity. Okay? It's enough blame to go around for everybody. But we can't keep shifting blame on one party or the other. All right? And the main thing, we can no longer act like men alone determine fate of fatherhood. If we truly care about the next generation, we have to stop using children as weapons in personal battles. We got to stop letting hurt feelings decide who gets to be in the child's life. We got to stop blaming only one parent when both played a part. The truth is hard to hear, but it's necessary. Now, let's get a little deeper. Let's talk about this 22-year-old girl. Let's analyze this situation like intelligent people, because there ain't really no innocent victims in this situation no more. Let's take a step back. Where is this young woman in her life right now? 22 is a critical juncture. 22, you 4 years out of high school. If you didn't go to college and all your little friends and went to college and they talking about either getting married or going to grad school or going to professional school. It's a time when, shout out to Rick H. Town, it's a time when most young people, most young adults are figuring out their future. They're seeking stability. They're looking for resources to help them transition into full independence. It's the time when many women, especially those without strong financial or emotional support systems at home, they begin looking for security. Whether it's coming from the parents or it's coming from a man. You understand me? This is not unusual. Now, hang in there with me. Let's get where we're trying to get. Many women find themselves looking at the world around them saying, doggone it. Life is hard. You see? You're not 21 anymore. Life gets real competitive for women when they get out there. And that competition is especially fierce when it comes to securing relationship opportunities with men with resources. Okay, are we running this? Are we seeing where we going here? Now let's take a closer look at this particular case. Did she really lack access to her father? I'm just saying, family. I'm just saying. Did this young lady really lack access to her father? See, one of the key claims that made this controversy is that she said she had no way to reach her father Look, you can go on Instagram right now, and Dr. Umar Johnson has his phone number up there for everybody to speak to. I went to one of his meetings back in 2014 right here at the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Houston, Texas, in 3rd Ward, and he publicly gave his phone number to everyone. I find it hard to believe, and I know a young lady who I'm cool with, from the conscious community. She's like, I talk to Umar all the time. We be cool. I'm like, get out of here. So when Dr. Umar Johnson says he publicly stated that his phone number has remained the same for the past 20 years, that's accurate. This man is not some dude who met your mama at a club one night and disappeared, and it's 22 years later. This man is all over TV. His number's not hidden. His identity's not hidden. He's been paying child support since before you were born. He's not difficult to find. It's all in the paperwork. If this young woman truly had to want to reach out to her father, why does she have to use social media in the first place? You understand? But let's go a little further, family. Her mother most certainly knew who the other woman was. Don't we? Ladies, let's tell the truth, ladies. Huh? Let's tell the truth, lady. You always know who the other woman is. Your man, who you've been with, who knocked you up and got you pregnant, then turned around and got with another woman. Y'all been together 5 years. He didn't marry you. Then he turned around with another woman. First thing he did was get her pregnant. And all of them live in Philadelphia. If the two women dated the same man within that close time frame, there's no question in my logical mind, my knowable mind, that she knew who the other woman was and always did know. Because it's a small community. All of y'all know somebody to know somebody else. And so I truly believe if the mom wanted to contact her daughter with her father, she would have facilitated that relationship a long time ago. So what are we really looking at? I'm just saying, okay? Because it's enough blame to go around. My problem with this young girl is she done took this mess public, and she's telling everybody in the world that the man is over in Europe right now, and his daughter is in Philadelphia saying he's a woman beater. You understand me? And you got a mom behind the scenes who's filled his child's head up with all this. I'm not taking away from Dr. Umar Johnson's responsibility. He shouldn't have exacerbated the problem by calling that child a smurf or whatever. Okay, but we got to look at the power play that's going on here. Okay, at 22 years old, this woman is in the phase where she's looking for security, opportunities, and influence. And that's not criticism, it's simply reality. And many women at this age start to realize their options are becoming very limited. She's not she ain't 18, 20. I mean, she's a young lady, but she ain't in her what they call prime years, where you got wealthy, successful men are eagerly pushing her and pursuing her and trying to holler. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's it across the board. I'm just being honest. She entered into the world. It's high competition for what Kevin Samuels used to call high-value men with financial security, attention, and fear. They ain't checking for her like that. Right? And who's the most successful man that she knows? The most popular man she knows that she has direct access to that has money? It's her father, family. So why not go after him? I'm just saying, y'all ain't got to like me, but I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to speak it to the mountaintop. I'm going to tell the truth whether you like it or not. I'm going to give you till you're ice cold. There's a winter storm. I'm going to tell you. If she can't get easy access to a successful man romantically, then why not shame her own father publicly and pressure him and attempt to obtain resources from him in another way, under the auspices of, I just want to meet my half-sister, who you probably already know who it is anyway. It's right down there at the courthouse at the paperwork. All you got to do is put your daddy's name in the doggone, put your daddy's name, Call the courthouse, give them your daddy's name, ask them for who the mother of the other child is. They'll tell you who's the defendant, who's the plaintiff. I see this play all the time in the social media area. People clawing their way up over others, even if it means tearing them down. Why now? If she truly cared about building a father bond, why wait till she's 22? Why couldn't she do it at 18? Why use social media? If she wanted a resolution, why not approach him privately instead of using public pressure? Why frame this man as a villain? If she already knew her half-sister's mother, why not go through them first instead of making it seem as if he was hiding the connection? I'm just saying, let's see it for what it is. Let's get out the mist. See, it's enough blame. These are adults we talking about. These ain't babies. It's not a 12-year-old, it's a 22-year-old woman. That's grown. You grown. You old enough to teach school. You old enough to be a veteran in the military for 5 years. You old enough to do anything any other grown person could do. We need to recognize, okay? It's not just a cry for father's love. This is a calculated move. She's looking for her father's, she's looking at her father's success. She's looking at his influence. She's looking at his resources, and she's realizing he has something that I want. And he's somebody I can personally reach out and touch. And we've seen it happen all the time. You got people popping out the wood. I'm Jay-Z's son. I'm Michael Jackson's son. I'm Rick James's son. You understand? We see it happening all the time. Because see, in a world where status, wealth, and public image matter, she's making her move, even if it means painting him as a deadbeat and tearing him down in the process and calling him all these names and accusing him of all this stuff. This is not about reconnecting. This is about repositioning. Okay? And whether or not Dr. Umar Johnson is truly guilty of being an absent father or being these horrible accusations, I don't even want to repeat, calling that man an abuser, that's not cool at all. I hope that's addressed. But these tactics being used, they're used to pressure him. They're clear. She's trying to pressure this man through shame. She's using the very people that made him rich and successful, and I'm not saying rich, but made him successful and popular to try to corral him. In order to save his image, he's going to have to come over to her to get her to be quiet. This is the era that we live in, where shame and exposure and social media is a spectacle, used as weapons to extract resources and opportunities. Brothers, sisters, we got to recognize the game for what it is. And you don't have to like it, but we got to recognize it. Now, I want to talk to Dr. Umar Johnson and men like him. You need to understand something very crucial. The biggest mistake he and many of them make is they try too hard to cater to women. And when I say cater, I don't mean being kind. I don't mean being thoughtful. I mean he focuses too much on trying to appeal to them and seek their approval and attempting to be the ideal, supportive man they claim they want. But here's the truth. Women don't see that as strength. They see it as weakness. They view it as vulnerability, something they can take advantage of rather than respect. A long time ago, I embraced being called the bad guy. Somebody type Uncle D is the bad guy in the chat room. I embraced it. I'm unapologetic in who I am. I know who I am, I like who I am, and I'm not going to change. I put it in a book. It's one of my rules to live by. You can get the books on Amazon. I've been this way a long time. And look here, family. I have had my own experiences with child support, custody battles, fighting for my rights as a father. I've sued my baby mamas for defamation. You come at me the wrong way, you're going to catch these lawsuits. I got 3 children. I got 2 from my ex-wife and 1 from another woman who I dated and had a wonderful time with. She's a wonderful, fantastic, both of them are fantastic, awesome human beings. Wink, wink, right? Nevertheless, I take full responsibility for my interactions with them. I take full 100% responsibility because I chose them. You understand? I chose them. What kind of fool would I look like? I'm out here blaming them. You understand? I chose them. I wanted it and I got every bit of it. Praise God. I got every ounce of what I asked for. Hell, I put myself on child support. Before they even got a chance, I put myself on child support. I'm the one that filed for the divorce. I'm the one that put myself on child support. With my child's mother, I'm the one that served her with the paperwork and put myself on child support. It didn't work. I'm ready to take responsibility under the law. But I didn't stop there. Okay? Let me give you a taste of just how mean and nasty Uncle D is. I ruthlessly proceeded forward in court to gain as much access to my children as I could. I have spent over $100,000 on legal battles across multiple states and even multiple countries to make sure that I could be in my children's lives. I have been relentless. I have been dogged. I have been warthog, A10 ruthless. I've hired multiple law firms. I got cases going on right now. My oldest son is going to be 18 in 4 months, and I got a case going on right now to get more access to him and get full access to both of them, actually. I got 3 cases going on for my other child. 3 lawsuits at the same time within 3 different states because I want more access. You understand what I'm saying? I've demanded attorney's fees, child support, and even asked the court to put one of the women in jail for not giving me access to my child. And I better get my 3 p.m. phone call when I'm supposed to get it, or you're going to get a letter behind that, and you might get held in contempt of court. I am not playing when it comes to my children. You violate these orders, and you're going to go to jail. You don't give me access, you don't show up at the minute you're supposed to, we're going to have a problem. I've used every tool available to ensure my presence in my children's lives as allowed under the law. Why? Why? Because, see, at the end of the day, it's not just about whether you win or lose. It's about fighting. You fight so that they know, and more importantly, so that your children know that you did everything you possibly could to be there for them. Ain't no damn excuses. This man talking about, I got a case, paperwork. Umar Johnson said, I got the paperwork there. Man, I got boxes and boxes of stuff that I done filed and had filed for me. See, too many of you men out there, you believe in being nice and being cooperative and trying to get along with a woman who has no intention on cooperating with your stupid butt. You think that's the right path. It's not. You got a short window to be present in your children's life, fellas. And if you wait too doggone long, if you try to be nice and you allow all these obstacles to stop you, then time will pass and your children will begin to develop an opinion of you, and you're going to have a 22-year-old on the internet cussing you out on TikTok. That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be just like Dr. Umar Johnson. You done went way up there. This man can't win for losing. The first thing that derailed him, he ended up with that conscious stripper. That derailed him, and now this is going to derail him again. You understand? And you don't always have to take that hard tone. You understand me? You understand? You don't have to. When I was early after, when I first got a divorce, I used to placate my ex-wife. Some of y'all have seen my television show. I put her on a TV show. Wrote some songs about her and my sons, and had my 2 oldest sons. I always made sure they brought her gifts, and helped put a down payment on the house and bought her clothes. I think I bought her first pair of Louboutins. You understand? Why? Not because I necessarily wanted to, and I wasn't having no physical relationship after the divorce at all. Okay? But it was because I needed to placate this woman so I could have access to my children. You understand me? The carrot or the stick. Either we gonna be nice and co-parent, and you're gonna give me access to my children. So what did I do? I went above and beyond just paying for child support. I'm giving you a blueprint to how this is done. This is what the world we living in. Okay? I did above and beyond child support. Hell, I paid for cell phones just so I can have access to them. I can call when I want to. That's expensive. But the bottom line is, you guys know that I take my children to, they got the child support is mandated. You know? But also, when I say I went above and beyond, I had a legitimate reason to see my children over and above the court mandated weekends, because I only got them 3 weekends a month. But what I did was I signed them up for a little martial arts class, right? Something that we can do every day, every 2 or 3 days. It was sometimes I would take my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. I would be picking my children up from their little elementary schools. I signed them up for martial arts classes that I paid for. Not just because it was beneficial, but because it gave me an excuse to pick them up from school and spend more time with my babies. I pick them up. They, hey, daddy, I signed for them. All right, we got your stuff in the trunk. You got your bag. How was your day as I'm driving through traffic? You having a good day today? Okay, what happened? They in the little car seats and whatnot. I had my own little car seat for them. One of the big ones got big. He sat in the front. It was all good. And we would talk the little 30, 45-minute ride across town. I left work. But that gave me access to pick them up and do something productive. And yeah, I might have to take them over to their mama house and such. But that little 2.5 hours was great, because I got to see my children every day. They might not have lived with me. I went home and slept in the house by myself, but it gave me access to spend more time with them. I did that from the time we got divorced, and they was about 3, 4 years old, all the way up to they was about 14 and 15. Now they got their own cars, They get around in Uber. But those years are important. I did that for 10 years. Leaving work early. Taking them to activities. Mom was cool with it. She thought it was a good idea. She, all that damn bang, all that kid, all that fight. But it was a good idea. But the byproduct was I got a chance to watch my children grow. I didn't have to just see them on the weekend. Because that's what fatherhood is, family. And then I was giving her money and taking care, all right. Staying out the way. You see? Because see, what I'm telling you is paying money is not enough. Paying your little child support is not enough. It doesn't necessarily make you a deadbeat dad, but it's not sufficient either. It's not being a dad. Children don't remember money. Hell, them kids don't even see that money. But what they remember is the time you spent. Okay? So, Dr. Umar, men like him, any man listening, you're going through a similar situation. Take this as your lesson. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop hoping for cooperation. That's never going to come. You need to fight for your children. If you can't be nice and come into some cooperative, first thing you do is fight for your children. You got to be relentless. You don't have a lot of time. You got to be present. Because in the end, your children they're going to know who truly fought for them and who didn't. I tell my kids each and every day, I fought like heck for you guys and still am. Now that being the case, Dr. Umar, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to you as one professional to another. I've had some disagreements with this black man, largely because he refuses to address black women and their folly in the same way that he addresses black men and our folly. And so it's not fair-handed. You understand? And by basically putting down one and chastising one without chastising the other, it makes the one feel like they didn't do anything wrong, so they never have an opportunity to grow. Black women need your correction too, your loving, understanding correction. Okay? You can't just be up there saying what black men can't do. You need to speak to both of them even-handed. That's what real love is. That's what real courage is. But now check this out. Before you go around correcting anybody else, black men, black women, anybody, you need to take care of your own house. You're always out here preaching about black queens forever, snow bunnies never. But what we should really be focusing on is your own daughters and their mothers. Let's be honest. You're not qualified, King. You're not in a position to give black men or black women advice on relationships. Why? Because the most important relationship in your life, the ones with the women you sire children with and your own daughters, are in shambles. Your own daughter has publicly outed you and has called you an abuser of women and a deadbeat daddy. And now, do I believe her? Do I believe she has her own motives? Yes. Do I think her mother has her own motives? Yes. But the truth is, you gave them the opportunity to expose you. The advice you give about interacting with women is completely wrong, brother. Shout out to Matrix 5381. The advice you give about interacting with black women is completely wrong. When you treat women with kid gloves, acting as though they're delicate, fragile flowers, they'll never reward you with love and respect. Instead, brother, they're going to see you as weak. They're going to see you as prey. See, being a man, being a strong black man, being a leader means standing up and fighting for what you believe in. If you don't believe that your children are worth fighting for, then you are not qualified to teach anyone how to fight for anything. Not equal rights, not Pan-African justice, not reparations, anything else that requires real leadership. You're not qualified to teach us how to do that. See, if you're not motivated enough to fight for your own daughters, your own princesses, as you call them, then you don't have enough fight in you to lead black men or black women in anything else. Stay in your lane, brother. My advice for you is focus on your own family. Be an educator. But leave the relationships alone. Now, again, there's some things that I agree with Dr. Umar Johnson on, and personally, I believe black men should prioritize marrying black women or women of African descent, whether they're from the continent, whether they're from the Caribbean, whether they're Afro-Latino, whether they're Afro-Caribbean, whether they're foundational black American. The greatest expression of self-love is to want to recreate yourself. And you can't do that if you stepping out marrying folk from other, if you and them kids, grandkids don't even look like you. Nevertheless, there's a caveat to that. I will never tell a black man or a black woman or a white man or a white woman or whoever else to turn down love, respect, and loyalty simply because it comes from a woman or a man of another race. I'll never tell you to do that. I want you to have children with somebody that love you and care about you. If fellas, if a woman treats you right and she respects you and she honors you, then you should be with that person. And if you pass, and same thing goes for the women, if you pass up somebody who can love you and treat you well and treat you with respect because of their skin color, because of their race, because of their religion, because of how much money they have, because of their social status, then you a damn fool. Now, perhaps if Dr. Umar Johnson had chosen women who align with his vision, he wouldn't be, he'd been able to build a family, the one that he preaches about. Perhaps he should have married one of them pink toes, one of them snow bunnies, right? Or one of them Latinas or one of them Asians. Because he didn't marry them black queens that he talk about so much. Because if he had married somebody that he shared a kindred spirit with, who wanted to build a family, perhaps he would be married with one of those women and had built a solid foundation. But unfortunately, this is the mess he made. And I don't feel sorry for him. Just like I don't feel sorry for myself. Fellas, just like I don't feel sorry for none of y'all either, because you chose him. But see, the only difference between us is that I was willing to fight for my children. I laid it all out on the line. Money, prestige, reputation, everything. And it didn't matter to me who liked it or not. What I'm saying, I don't care if their family didn't like it. I don't care nothing about my children are number one to me in my life. Period. And they're going to have a lot of reasons to fail, but it's not going to be because daddy didn't fight for me. That's one doggone reason they not going to have. Now, praise God. That being the case, hallelujah, amen. Praise the Lord. I want to thank everybody who contributed to the Cash Apps. All my guys who came through, everybody who contributed to the Super Chat. We got 19 Super Chats, baby. We doing good on a Sunday. We can get 20, that'll be plenty. Somebody give me one. If you learn something, I know you learned something. I'll hit you with that brief false law. I know y'all didn't know what that, how you spell brief alt. What is that? Brief alt? What is that? I spell it. But anyway, man, we got 19 Super Chats. Big shout out to You Will Respond. You will respond to him as King Kong Conscious, aka King Jaffe Jaffer. Yeah, I mean, I like Dr. Umar Johnson. I just think he needs to, well, at this point, he needs to kind of, reassess his ability to give advice. But other than that, I like the brother. I appreciate what he's trying to do. I just don't like the fact that he's always being very dismissive as to black men. But nevertheless, thank you so much, African Diastic. Also, who sees something for the mat fee, Uncle D. Us, thank you for all that you do. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Mr. D man said, instead of being a father, he's busy running a fraudulent operation, and yet to, I don't know what the brother's doing with the school. I didn't even touch on that. I don't know what's going on with all that. I don't know. I just listen to him. I kind of just hear people. You see what I mean? And I let the end of their life. When it's time to write the story of their life, that's how I judge them. Because life is never over. You never know. You see what I mean? I know you can't build a school with $500,000. That's not a lot of money at all. If that's all the money he got, you can't build a school with that. That's just not enough. But again, this man keeps getting in his own way. You see what I mean? That's the other thing. He keep getting in his own way. All right. Shout out to Black Sand. Men need parental rights to equal that of women. Shout out to you, man. Black Sand, DNA test all babies, 28% not fathers. Yeah, that's a rough stat. David Johnson, A's hole. Dennis a fool. I'm always thoroughly entertained. Thank you, brother. Thank you too, man. Appreciate you. Who else we got up in here? EAW. I thought women said men weren't significantly needed in raising a child. That's what I see in the videos. He said, that's what I see. Father said, okay. Father see mistake, they can no longer feel because that's, no, man, I don't know what I lost you for. Some fathers want to be there and raise their children. Some fathers want to be there and raise their children. Did I miss one real quick? Man, I'm tripping. Shout out to let me see. Yaya, thank you so much. Okay, I see what happened. Yaya super sticker. Thank you so much, David Johnson. That's not a daughter, that's a demon. She's already needs therapy. That's an accident waiting to happen. Thank you so much. Black saying some fathers want to be there to raise their children. Fathers see all the mistakes they can no longer fix because they see nothing of themselves in their children. Blood is not everything. Society, thank you so much. JT Coin, it's cool. It's a cold world. It sure is. Shout out to Tame Chaos. No, I'm not with you. Lawsuit incoming. You want to stun on your father? Yeah. You can get a lawsuit. You're gonna get sued. You keep that. You better learn. I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna break you down. You get that lawsuit. This is the new post-internet age children with narcissistically evil entitled 50 Cent son, Masterpiece son, Dr. Umar's daughter. Yes, indeed. Ain't that the truth? Blue collar, bro. Daughters outside the house tend to poop on their dads. It's a black thing because if this man was a pookie, that some kid would love him to death. Ain't that the truth? Shout out to BM are too damn nice. Yes, they are. Let them suffer. Uncle D. Yaya's, they got to learn. That's right. Yaya kids, we need unity in the community. Yes, we do. Also, Rick H-Town, once you accuse me of abuse with no proof, you can't say nothing else to me at that point. Yeah, man, that was bad. That's what made me say, I need to go talk about this. Shout out to my first wife turned my kids against me to the point of them not wanting any form of relationship communication. I'm expecting my kids to blast me on the internet just like the lovely lady. Man, that's cold-blooded, man. Anyway, shout out to brother Marcus SYB. I'm still late for the collection plate. Man, you right on time with that dime, man. I appreciate you, man. I missed a couple. I want to see if I can get all these super chats in here. I missed a few, man. I want to get all my people in here. We end up, how many super chats did we get? Did we end up getting 20? I think we got 20. That's plenty. Okay, we got 21. That's the mo. Let me see. I got one here. Oops. All right, I'm gonna get all these super chats. I want to get all my people in here chopped, counted up. We just got one more that came through. We got one more that came through. I think we need if we can get 3 more. Only if you learn something. Don't give me anything for free. I only want folk to give me if you learn, I earn. That's all I want. If I don't teach, you don't, and I don't do what I have to do, you don't have to pay me. That's how I get down around here. Okay, on the Blizzard King side of YouTube. I'm not out here begging folk. But that's how you keep me on my P's and Q's. It's not so much about how many people we have in the chat room. It's about whether these people are affected by the lesson. And I know we up a little late, but I'm going to wrap this thing up. I want to make sure, I want to try to get all my people in here who contributed to the super chat. That's my main thing, man. I think I kind of lost some of y'all in the if I didn't read your super chat, hit me up right now in the chat room so I can get you together. Okay. Hit me up right now. There we go. All right. I thought women said men weren't significantly needed in raising children. That's what I see in the videos. I guess if man gets too big, he has to put back in play. Yeah, here's the thing. You can't say you don't need men to raise the children, and then when the men don't raise the children grow up angry at the men who weren't there. Either you need us or you don't. Let's pick a struggle. Okay, let's pick a fight. Let's not do both of those. Okay, I'm just saying. So shout out to you, brother. I thank you so much. Let's see if we got any more super chats that I may have missed on the rebound here. I want to make sure I get everybody. We got 20 super chats. Is it 20 super chats? Let's see if we can get 5 more before I get up out of here, before I go unlive. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, all right. Let me see. I think I had one more in here. I want to read all my super chats. Okay. Well, let's see. Black Sand. I got my man Black Sand. I think I'm about done. I think I got them all. All right. Y'all hit the number 1 button. Hit the number 1 button. Let me know you're in here like swimwear. Okay. And at this point, fam, I got a few parting words for you all. Okay. I got a few words I want to share with you. Headed on out. Y'all hit the number 1 button. Hit the number 1 button. Let me know you're in here. Okay. Hit the number 1 button. Let me know you're in here. Thaddeus, thank you so much, Thaddeus. Blue Collar Bro said, clap cheeks forever, getting married now. Oh, that is messy, man. So we got 22 super chats. Let's see if we get 23. If not, it's all good, baby. Uncle D is happy to be here. Now, look, man, at the end of the day, nobody wins when your family business is out in the streets. If you truly have an issue with someone, your father, your mother, your ex, whoever, your siblings, your children, handle it privately like an adult. And because, see, the second you bring your problems to public, you lose credibility, you lose respect, and you show that you have no class and no decorum and no understanding of how to conduct yourself. Okay? Do you think, shout out to Mr. Supreme, do you think tearing someone down in front of an audience is going to make people respect you? Do you think the world is on your side just because they're watching as you destroy your father or your mother or your children who you came from or who came from you? That's not it, not at all. The public is laughing at both Umar Johnson and his daughter. they're saying they both look foolish, and they're saying stuff like father, like daughter. That's exactly what they're saying. That must be his daughter. You see, she just like her father. Okay? Because see, this is not about truth. It's not about justice. It's about clout. See, some of you are so desperate for attention that you publicly destroy the only people who are connected to you by blood just to climb up over their backs. And for what? To get a few clicks, a few views, a few pity points from strangers who don't care about you. The internet is not your therapist. The internet does not care about your pain, your childhood wounds, or your family drama. All it cares about is entertainment. And you airing your business for the world to see. And you become nothing but the latest episode, the latest circus. You think you're winning, and you look like an idiot. Here's the real tragedy. The damage is permanent. Once your personal problems hit the internet, they never go away. It will be impossible for Dr. Umar Johnson or his daughter to have a normal relationship ever again. Every new person you meet is going to Google your name and see the mess you kicked up with your family. Your family bond is forever broken, not by betrayal, but by public humiliation. Hey, hand clap, congratulations. You let the world into your home, and now there's no going back. You don't need a psychologist to tell you this. You need common sense. So to anyone listening, take this lesson. Keep your family business out of the street. Have some dignity. Have some self-respect. Handle your problems in private like a grown man or a grown woman. Because once you put your personal life on display, you can never take it back. Let's be honest. This entire situation with Dr. Umar Johnson and his daughter is not a good look for foundational Black American people, is it? You got Africans commenting, you got some folk from, you got everybody commenting on us. We thought y'all was resting. It looked like y'all wrestling. You understand what I'm saying? We thought y'all was resting. Look, Dr. Umar Johnson, whether you love him or hate him, he has a powerful voice for Black men and Black women, and he has had it for many years. And you may not agree with everything he says, right? You may find him polarizing, but you can't deny that he has spoken with passion and intelligence on issues affecting our community, and he's done so in a public way. And even if this situation is a result of his own mistake, it's still very painful to watch his voice be diminished. And this is not entertainment. This is nothing to laugh at here. Even though, it's some funny aspects, it's not funny overall. And the reason is because it negatively affects all of us foundational Black Americans, if not all Africans and Caribbeans of African descent. See, look, we have seen this time and time again. You got a prominent Black man, he gets labeled a deadbeat dad, he gets labeled an absent father, an irresponsible leader, an abusive man, a sexual deviant, and he becomes another excuse for the world to reinforce the stereotype that Black men don't take care of their children. Even if the accusations against Dr. Umar Johnson are not true, and I personally do not believe that they are, damage is done. And this is why I'm urging you brothers, man, to think before you jump on this bandwagon and tear this Black man down. Because see, when you attack him, you attack all of us Black men. And when you laugh at his downfall, you laugh at yourself, brothers. When you celebrate this Black man's humiliation, you're reinforcing the same narrative that has been used against Black men for generations. We're already fighting a system that paints Black men as failures, irresponsible, weak leaders of the family. So before you jump on and make a mockery, ask yourself, who benefits from this? Because it's not Black men. And at the end of the day, this situation is ugly for everyone involved. No one comes out looking good. But the worst part, the damage isn't just personal, it's collective. We can't afford to keep publicly destroying each other while expecting to being taken seriously, you know, as leaders and fathers and men of value. So you brothers especially, you need to ask yourself, before you start dogpiling on Dr. Umar Johnson, take a pause. Because when you laugh at his downfall, you're not just tearing him down, you're tearing all of us down. This is Uncle D. I love you, and as I always say at this time, I'm out.
Dennis Spurley.
In the city where the lights don't sleep, Uncle D got the vibe so deep. Representing men strong and free. Dennis Spurley is the king of the spree. In the streets where the rhythm flows, black men rising, that's how it goes. Uncle D got the truth to show. In his heart, that's where the fire glows. Late night tuning, light up the stream. Dennis Spurley, wisdom gleam. Voices whisper truth and insight. In his podcast, feel the light. Harmony in every word. Truth and laughter you've heard. That's all right. Wave after wave of smooth delight. Dennis brings the dark to light. That's the baby. Share the tales unfold. The stories more like morning gold. Feeling the wisdom inside me. Subscribing like time after time.
Black men, black men, black men. I want to salute you. The incarceration rate is down. The education rate is up. We up. We went from. We are doing great for ourselves. So you should salute yourselves. Shout out to all the brothers out there, whether you're a truck driver or engineer, whether you're an electrician or garbage man, a doctor, a lawyer. If you're a hard-working brother, if you fresh out the penitentiary, but you on your grind and you doing it legal and you trying to make amends for yourself, man, I salute you too, brothers. God bless you. This is Uncle D, and you know, I'm out.